Marcus Peterson, but everyone calls him MP. He is a guard trying to make it to the NBA, but first, he has to make it through high school. Coming out of New York City, MP is a 6'3" point guard, 180 pounds, leading the Midtown Bulldogs. Playing for the Bulldogs means there's no other real talent here. I'm a 2-star recruit trying to get more stars. So hopefully this playoff run can boost my stock for a higher team to come recruit me. I really want to play for Kentucky under John Calipari, but we have to get that scholarship offer. And we have to do that by showing out. We're not doing that right now. 2 turnovers to start the game. Great rebound, pushing it in transition, getting downhill, stepping through, missing a layup, and this is MP's bread and butter. I'm known as a slasher. For me to miss around the rim in transition is not looking good to start the game. Down in the block, my teammate punches that thing. I scoop it up, pushing in transition, contact, and the foul. Finish well with both hands. These are shots that I need to be able to make at a high level if I really want to go to Kentucky like I'm dreaming. Bang! At least I'm hitting something, man. Pulling out the win. Final stat line, 21 points, 2 rebounds, about 2 steals, shot 9 for 15 from the field. We not letting those scholarship offers get to our head because we want Kentucky. We shot terribly last game, so before school, I'm getting shots up in the morning. This is 6 a.m. You gotta work when everybody else is sleeping if you want to get to a place that no one else is at. Now we going up against Parkside. Oh baby, Parkside came out and start killing us because I wanted to get some assists as a point guard. I sold last game and had 0 assists, so this game I wanted to get my teammates involved, and all that did was get us down. I'm advancing the ball, teammates shooting bad shots, I'm getting open. Hey, getting to the rack, they drop down on me, wide open pass, he don't even pull the shot. But the other team, bang! Parkside came out and trying to catch a body on us. Everybody collapsing on me, another water. He still don't shoot it again. Advance the ball down court, turnover. Oh my goodness. Coach yelling at me. That's all you had to say, coach. Stop trying to get the teammates involved and take over. And I instantly get downhill, drawing fouls, getting the screen, going downhill. Hey, fake the pull-up, got him with the cross, lay, look at us pushing in transition, cross, spin, hey, through the contact, where's the foul, referee, where's my foul? Hey, screen, cross, pull up, bang, I'm telling y'all, I was working on my jumper before school and I'm getting us this win. That didn't happen at all. We ended up losing that game actually. And the actual state champions ended up being a team led by a guy named Shep Owens, an athletic freak of nature, standing 6'5", 17 years old. He only a junior and he already ranked higher in the nation than me, bruh. Come on. This was his breakout year playing in high school. He was unranked, no name coming into this season, but he really had a growth spurt from 6 feet, grew 5 inches, and this boy showed out. He really rough around the edges, you know, lack of jump shooting, lack of discipline, but that athleticism got him straight past a lot of players, myself included, leading his team to the state championship this year. He still has another senior year to play, so I won't be seeing him in college. Not getting invited to the McDonald's All-American game, not getting invited to the Nike Hoop Summit. I decided to pull up to the Hoop Summit anyway, but as a spectator because it is in New York.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes. Charles Bassey.
Had to say what's up to Cade after his Hoop Summit game. He played real good out there. Wanted to talk to him about how he think college life gonna be since he committed to Oklahoma State. So the real question is, will I be going to college, G League, or even overseas? What's my decision? I've decided to try and be a walk-on at schools like Syracuse and St. John's so I get to hoop here in New York so I don't have to leave state. Since these are teams I'm trying out for that didn't offer me a scholarship, I'm gonna have to work twice as hard to get into them. I'm gonna have to really show out as a walk-on. I'm gonna have to make sure they even want me on their roster, so I'm gonna have to play better than the players that are already there at these colleges. We're talking seniors, juniors. I'm gonna have to outplay them as a freshman if I even want to make the roster without a scholarship. So I'm definitely putting shots up in the gym every day. This was where I struggled at in high school. Lack of shooting. My ability to get to the rim is pretty good, but coming up to the college level, I have to work on my jump shot. Teams are now running zones. Teams are now better players. I have to improve as a player if I even want to make the roster. You have to be a jump shooter in today's climate anyway. Everybody loves jump shooters, and the fact that that's an element that I'm lacking, and I'm not even super athletic that it blows you away with my jumping ability, yeah, I got a lot of work to put in as a 2-star trying to make the team as a walk-on. Even going upstate New York, Syracuse, Connecticut, I have to get better to even make those teams because those are some top level talent. I already sent emails to Syracuse, to Connecticut, letting them know that I'm interested in the program. So basically, I'll just be in the gym until walk-on tryouts in a couple months. As we take a look at Syracuse roster in the upcoming 2021 year, they have weaker guards. The recruitment class was not heavy for them, so this makes it beautiful for me. I could possibly slip into a roster spot. As we look over at Connecticut's roster, they are stacked to the tooth with guard potential. There's so many guards here, little room for me to fit in. I would have to come off the bench here, which means I could learn from them, so I don't mind at all. First tryout is here at UConn. I'm surprised they actually hit me back. Jumping straight into the walk-ons, it's pretty cool that UConn actually got some of their players working out with us just to get they self warmed up before the season start. That's a problem for me because now that means I'm going up against college level players that are established in college. These aren't just walk-ons, scrubs trying to make college basketball. These are established scholarship players, and I am in a vice grip. Somehow I get put into a mismatch, bodied me up, easy basketball. I am getting cooked. There's nothing I could do. Simple high pick and roll, nervous, fumbling. This is my bread and butter. Transition basketball off a rebound. Tween behind the back, no separation. He read it the whole way. And I'm 1 for 6 with 5 turnovers. They are not calling me back. I didn't have to sit with that miserable game for too long because Syracuse had their workouts a couple days later. Now, these players are a lot worse than what I had to go up against. When I tell you they're a lot worse, shot selection lower. That man saw a shot that he did not like the whole game. My matchup was inches shorter than me, so I already knew this point guard was going to get cooked. And definitely, I'm angry now, a lot less nervous, and I'm playing with a purpose. Look at me getting to my spot, taking a smart shot that I wasn't doing at Connecticut. So anyway, I get the center matched up on me, and I take my time and just get straight to the rim. Beautiful basketball. My center is playing lazy defense because he's tired. Something we didn't have to think about in the Connecticut game because those are actual college players and they have conditioning. These players don't. Noticing that the point guard is also tired, I start harassing him even more. Get tipped that pass, but I don't get it. He gets open, but he ain't got the legs under him to follow through on his shot. I get it. I am feeling good. I'm not tired at all because I've been working hard all summer. This is what hard work does. I have the conditioning because I want to be a star player. You can tell I started getting comfortable out there. Look how I'm controlling the pick and roll. Pull up beautifully. I'm getting to my spots, planning my shots well. My matchup getting frustrated, start forcing the ball. That comes from being a young player. He lacks discipline. He lacks conditioning. This is why I'm setting myself apart in these walk-ons, because they're throwing traps at me now because I'm so dominant and comfortable. But the trap doesn't work because everybody collapsing in. I start kicking it out. My teammate tired. I'm still hustling and not giving up. This is that Mamba mentality the streets be talking about. I finished this session with 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Coach was insanely impressed with my performance after that game. He made sure he talked to me personally, made sure he got my contact information to stay in touch with me. When I said stay in touch, I didn't know he meant the very next day they was gonna have a workout. We're in the official Syracuse gym now. They're putting me in a couple drills to see how good of a basketball player I really am. My walk-on performance was good, but it doesn't show them what areas I struggle and what areas I'm good at. It's just one game. They want to see how well I can shoot off dribble, and I would like to be honest, I missed almost everything out here. I was excited to be here, but I'm telling you, it get nervous out there. I'm not that great of a shooter. And I'm thinking this is my make or break moment. There was a lot riding on this, and I was knocking down them corner threes, but these off dribble shots got the best of me. They wanted to see how well I finish around the rim, but this is exactly what I'm good at. So this was really easy for me. And the guy I'm going up against, he was pretty cool, a nice guy. Would love to have him as a teammate if I can make it here. Beautiful finishing around the rim. We in a one-on-one, and this is exactly what I've been working on all off season, if y'all remember. This is why I've been in the gym, and it's just good to know that my off season workouts didn't go to waste, because I've been tested time and time again out here on the court, and I showed up based off of my training, stamina, jump shooting, areas I struggled at. Coach asked me to come into his office just off the simple fact that they wanted to offer me a roster spot to play here at Syracuse, and that is actually exciting information. I'm currently sitting at 3rd in the point guard slot, and I've been assigned a mentor of Adonis Arms, 23-year-old. He been in college for the last 4 years. He a senior. He gonna help me fit to the system of his team, because as you can see, I'm only a 1-star when it comes to the system proficiency. I'm not a jump shooter, and we need to really fill out the role as jump shooting for the team. So I'm also working on my outside scoring every week in practice. I don't know how much playing time I'm gonna get, but they're definitely gonna be working me towards jump shooting. So I'll be back in the gym putting up jump shots just like I had to get here. It looked like it's just gonna be a lot of this because they don't trust me shooting the ball for obvious reasons. Coach wanna see what I could do here in scrimmage. We gotta get our offense flowing if I'm gonna get any play time. Beautiful downhill layup, and this is the offense they gonna want me to run. This is the system here. They want their guards to be able to spread the floor and hit open shots. Shooting with confidence, but I'm not finishing. Bad day at the office. Going up against Arizona, they star players Benedict Mathern. I need us to get this win to start the season off, and I would like playing time. I got no playing time in this game. Mathern is fouled out the game. That's good for us. They at the free throw line. They got a 1-and-1. If he missed, we get it. Puts it up, bricks it, our rebound, we go for a timeout, and the play we get out of the timeout is a turnover. We lose that game. Now, we're doing a different setup to see what the point guard sees inside the zone defense. We got to make sure we break in these zones. That's the whole point of this. See how well I run the defense, see how well you play as a point guard. Now, as you can see, I'm picking up our starting guard, making sure that he gets nowhere. Giving him no airspace to breathe, comes around the screen, we switching that, wide open jump shot. Listen, man, that's out of my zone. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm forcing a pickup, harassing him with the ball, perfect defense. Now let's see how I run it. Listen, I got eyes everywhere. I see the open player, I'm dotting that. No hesitation, I'm dotting it. Now they wanna see if I can hit a shot off dribble. Look at me in that corner, spot up, pull up. Now, this is where it gets scary. Can I make these shots to break the zone? This is why people say practice makes perfect. Y'all saw me spotting up. This is the location they want me to be. I didn't even notice why they had me working out. This is a play in their playbook. That's why they got me spotted up, pulling shots from there. And I'm showing them that I can hit it. Next game we got is against Michigan, and their star players is Hunter Dickerson and Franz Wagner. Michigan still being undefeated at 4-0, and us not getting a win at 0-2. Franz being one of their star players came out cooking us. This game had no chance in us winning. They had us on lock. Great defense from Michigan. We couldn't figure them out all game. It got into a blowout easily. Next game, we got to go up against Florida State. Best player is Scotty Barnes. After that game, I decided to get some shots up. I'm going to develop a jump shot if that's the last thing that I do. Me being 6'4", but I don't have the athletic capabilities of a Derrick Rose, Westbrook, I need this jump shot to set me apart from the rest of the competition. We finally go up against Cade Cunningham, my homie, my guy. We linked up with him back in high school before we both declared for college, and he dominated and destroyed us, led his team to a victory easy. We playing USC with the paint dominant Evan Mobley down there. He affected almost every shot we took at the rim with no problem. He made it hard to score, but I'm still going to get to the rim regardless when I'm out here on the court. I just don't get much playing time to do much damage into the overall game. I'm shifting him here, but Evan Mobley is so athletic that he caught right up with me. I shifted him left, right, and he hawked me down that I got scared he was going to block it, so I released it early. Next game, we go up against the Kansas Jayhawks. Wide open jump shot. He gives that up for an in and out revert. Woo! What? I finally get into the game, trying to be patient and pick my offense with these boys. See a wide open curl. I don't think I've successfully done an alley-oop since I've gotten to this team. Next, we playing Iowa, led by Luke Garza. This man is a dominant player in the post, so we decided to send double teams at him every time they try to get the ball. This play, we sent too many players at him, and that was a common theme. We were just trying to shake them and rattle them. Didn't really work. When we did leave him on the island 1v1, he easily cooks our center, so we had no choice but to double him. And me, whenever I stepped on the court, I was trying to put pressure on their defense, tried my best, ain't get much playing time, didn't get much results out of it. But I'm becoming more and more confident as the season comes to an end. So next year, I'm going all in. I'm not playing around with these boys. Ohio State went on to win the national championship this year. Personally, I can't do anything at the end of this year. We didn't make the NCAA March Madness tournament. I don't have a real name. I'm not in the starting lineup. I'm third off the bench. I'm not even a backup point guard, so my best bet is to stay another year in college just so I can get a draft stock because I have absolutely zero. I don't have any draft stock right now, so I gotta stay. OG here was hosting some open runs in New York, so I went back home to go play, and my boy Shep came out to hoop too, so this was beautiful. I was gonna get to hoop with him. Haven't seen him in over a year, but for some weird reason, he was giving me attitude, so we start getting into it before the game, little back and forth arguing. So when the game started, I just come out in attack mode, bump him, fade away, over the hand, bang! I'm still attacking Shep, high school teammate. He can't guard me. Keep in mind, Shep and his high school teammate ain't see me in over a year and a half. I used to just be a trash player in high school. They ain't know that I've been working real hard at D1. So the fact that I have a jump shot and I'm so good at dribbling, surprising him, I left him open by accident. Shep getting tired of seeing me hoop, so now he about to start getting aggressive. Blow past my teammate, go downhill, smoke the layup. Shep is getting more and more mad because now I'm just ripping his homeboy and they can't do anything about me right now. I rip his homeboy again, and Shep is so mad he diving on the floor to save him. Shep start getting into his bag, run around the screen, throw a lob, catch that, and now he mad. Shep tired of seeing his boy get cooked, so he come over and start hacking me, bruh. Since his homeboy keep getting ripped, he said, I'ma run point guard myself, and he start cooking us. I can't lie. Shep said, forget all that, I'ma guard you now. He got so mad that he wanted to guard me himself. I got open but can't finish that. Shep actually started forcing me into bad shots. I started missing everything once Shep started guarding me. So we always knew that Shep was better than me, but I definitely thought after playing in college and working hard all summer, I was better than him, but he got on me. I had to start passing the ball. That's the only way we finished the game to get the win. Shep decided to go to Texas Tech, where he feels is going to be the best opportunity for him. He got a full-on scholarship. He going to be in the starting lineup as a freshman. I ain't had that privilege. Since I've been up at Syracuse all year, I had to come back to the city and talk to my childhood friend that I grew up with. I get a call from a girl I just started talking to. I told her to pull up on me at my homie house. When she showed up, my friend started looking at me weird like he knew something that I didn't know. Come to find out, this is a girl that Shep has been talking to this whole time. New York ain't that big, so how was I supposed to know? And my homeboy looking like these girls is for everybody. You can't trust them. Since me and her were already planning on heading out, there was nothing he could tell me at this current moment. He knows Shep just like I know Shep, so he talked to him the very next day. He told Shep that his girl been talking to me, so she unloyal and he can't trust her. All that did was make Shep go harder in the gym. He one of those people that hear bad news and just focus on basketball. That's how he made it this far in the first place. So now it makes sense why he got a problem with me all of a sudden out of thin air. Everything always starts because of a girl. I don't got time for none of that, so I signed myself up for a rec league, and on top of that, I've been in the gym every single day as improving myself, working on my jelly layups because it is a New York thing. You know that jelly going crazy, and I need to finish through traffic at a high rate, so I'm just working on my different finishes around the rim. I'm not limiting myself to one layer of basketball. I'ma constantly keep improving because I really want to make the league. That's all I'm focused on, and I've already been improving my jump shot that I'm confident. Let's jump straight into the season. The first game of the year is against Illinois. Their star player is Kofi Cockburn. I'm coming off the bench for this team, and when I come off the bench, I instantly attack Kofi, get him in a foul. But right on the other end of the ball, we hacking him because he too strong, too big of a player. He is hard to guard 1v1, so we gonna keep throwing multiple people at him to frustrate him, and I get a beautiful jelly. This is what I've been working on all summer. We getting freaky comfortable around the rim more. Cockburn in an easy pick and roll going downhill. He too strong for us, so he was getting whatever he wanted. And me, I'm starting to get whatever I want in the college. That they're following me flagrant. That's crazy. That's a hack. Anyway, he trying to guard me again, but he don't want to get another foul, so he playing me back, and I sell the jump shot. Again, I get open, he not playing me close, and I'm not making him pay, and the game is on the line. That would have helped us win the game, so ultimately I helped us lose. Now we going up against Michigan, led by Hunter Dickerson. Last season they cooked us. They were way too good of a team for us last season, but our roster has a better draft class this year. And that still don't matter because Hunter Dickerson is one of the best players in college basketball right now, and we don't have an answer for that. He is getting wherever he want on the court. We trap the ball up top here. Hunter Dickerson cuts in from out of bounds and gets around the rim. Once he around the rim, there's nothing we could do. He's getting mismatches at every point. Our center's even not tall enough. We don't have a big enough recruiting class. We don't have anybody that's matching up with this size, and he is just taking full advantage in a 1v1. This man is embarrassing us on every level. He is fighting for every bucket, making us look like chopped liver. We get cooked by Michigan second year in a row. Now we have to play Johnny Davis and Wisconsin. He's one of the top scorers in the nation, and in this game, he showed us exactly why. First play, he comes around a curl, pulls up, nothing but bottom of the net. Next possession, he gets the ball, jab step, put the ball on the floor. Hezzy go to his right, spin back left with a dunk at the rim. Johnny Davis was putting Liddell in hell. I don't know what else to tell y'all. He had no choice but to start fouling Johnny. That was the only way he could have stopped him, because it was Johnny Island. He was just ISOing the whole time. It was just pure ISO. He saw a matchup that he liked and kept going to it. It was nothing that he could do the whole game. Great defense here, but that's still not enough with Johnny. Beautiful patience. ISO, top of the key. Got everybody watching. Look at this. Step through, finish on the other side. He is tough. And he was even getting his teammates involved with the advanced pass here. Johnny is a tough cover. Wisconsin is not a team to play around with. This was my boy Liddell's final foul. He got fouled out in the fourth quarter, which meant Johnny had easy pickings at who else they wanted to put on him. The center gets matched up on Johnny, top of the key, makes the smart pass, because all eyes was on him. At the end of the day, he got his team to win. We lose another one. At this point, I'm getting fed up with us losing, me not getting a real rhythm because I keep coming in off the bench. It's taking me longer to warm up. I want to be in the starting lineup because I know I'm better than the starting guard. Coach said, let's get a position battle for the job. First part of this position battle, I instantly start showing the size difference in me being 6'4" and him being 5'10". And he shows me that the height isn't a problem, and the fact that I have no real defense. And coach know that. That's why I'm not in the starting lineup. I'm an undisciplined, lack of defense type of player. But the fact that I finished so well around the rim, and now I'm constantly working on a jump shot that he didn't even expect me to pull this up, I'm a threat. This position battle going my way so far, even though I'm playing with the second unit, the bench. Point guard can't finish around me. I'm biting on that. But great defense from us, and which leads to an easy transition, and this opened coach eyes right here. Coach is limiting transition because coach know I can't really shoot, but I'm just trying to get around the rim. Coach know I like going downhill and finishing around the rim. My teammates know that, but they still can't stop me, and that opened coach's eyes to let him know this is a great way to apply pressure to a lot of teams around the nation. How are you going to stop a player that could get downhill regardless if you know that he going there or not? I'm not super explosive, not super fast. I'm just relentless. The first game of me getting a nod as a college starter. Let's hope I can stay. But we running a pick and roll. That wasn't my fault. I did my job perfectly there. We're going up against Memphis with Imani Bates. He was one of the top prospects out the nation. We're going to see what he looking like in college. Anyway, this is what they wanted me in the starting lineup for, putting constant pressure on a player like Jalen Duren, a great rim protector in college right now. So, Imani coming off a curl, making sure he having a tough time. That's all you can ask for. Liddell got the hardest job in all of college basketball. He's going up against every star player. And so I'm going right at Imani's chest no matter what. Me going to my spot, making sure I get there in a great way. I'm putting great pressure on the college level. Yes! I'm glad I finally got a starting opportunity and a mismatch nonetheless. My position battle was up against our 5'10" point guard, and since I'm 6'4", they gave me that starting position, and I get to go up against a 5'10" player right in the actual game. Practice makes perfect, and we win this game easy. Next team we playing is the Duke Blue Devils. We come out, get a steal early, push it up in transition. He steps back, pull that from the elbow, knock it down in transition. We come out early. Every time they score, we had an answer for it, leaving me wide open. That's a mistake now. I'm getting better. I keep improving as the weeks go by, constantly working on weaknesses in my game so I don't have them no more. Duke did a great job at limiting our points in transition because every time we tried to push it, they instantly stopped me, which made it hard to get going. Every point I got had to be fought for, bumping, fighting to the rim. Hey man, the whole team as a whole, we just started getting deeper and deeper in a slump, and I couldn't keep us in this game. We ended up losing by 30. Next, we playing Iowa with the best scorer in the nation, Keegan Murray. This man is an absolute bucket, and we've been struggling against scorers all year long, and this one ain't no different. We haven't had an easy run so far. Most games been taking us down to the wire. I don't like that. I want us to have more blowouts. I want us to have a comfortable lead on teams. But since I'm in the starting lineup, at least we got a fighting chance. These games would have been losses if I wasn't out here. This is why I was telling coach to put me in the starting lineup so I can have a bigger impact on the start of the game, so I could be hotter sooner, just so I could leave my mark. And it definitely been working out for us. And I like the way that we're playing. I love the IQ that we have together, and we only been playing together for a short amount of time. We take this win over Iowa. Let's check in to see what Shep Owens been up to. He been absolutely going crazy, I can't even lie. He is one of the best slashers we have in college basketball, and his jump shot been looking pretty consistent, at least in the mid-range area. He been putting a lot of pressure on defenses. He just an athletic freak of nature. Since he hit that 5-inch growth spurt, he think he on top of the world. He been going crazy and got unlimited confidence. Back to me in Purdue. Backdoor cut straight from Jaden Ivey, one of the top point guards in this year. I play the lane. He just as fast as I am, just as agile as I am. I'm fighting for the rebound, putting it right up. It's gonna be a challenge because he got the same play style that I got. We both trying to get downhill, and I am getting cooked on both sides of the ball. Getting stopped at the rim and getting embarrassed on defense. This boy Jaden is nothing to play with. He crosses me up at nearly half court, then goes behind the back on my teammate and finishes around the rim. We looking dumb, and he got his head up. That's a crazy touchdown pass. Purdue is right at me. I am blowing every opportunity. This is one of the worst games I've had all season. I can't get anything to fall, and we lose that game. This is the matchup that I knew was going to happen, but I ain't expect it to happen during the tournament. So, we going up against Texas Tech, who is led by Shep Owens, and Shep and me already got bad history so far, and this is going to be a fight in New York since we both from here, and we hooping here right now. His family in the crowd, my family in the crowd, and he is coming out here mad. He's still angry, I can tell, just off the way he tried to punch this with so much aggression that the ball missed the rim. I'm coming right back trying to answer, get met at the rim and blocked. Shep is going at our heads, but good thing he not finishing none of these punches that he trying to do. I'm sagging back since he keep driving. He knocking down a jumper. This man is playing with aggression. I'm guarding him. He guarding me. He knocked down a three, so I gotta answer one right back. Shep goes to the bench, and I think this is my time to shine. It's time to work that pick and roll. Got high IQ. Listen, man, Shep got great defense, but when he not out there, this team ain't all that. Me pushing in transition, he trying to stop me. Get off me. Excuse me as I go straight to the rim. I'm showing exactly why I'm a better pure point guard than Shep, driving the defense in, kicking it out. Shep more athletic offensively and defensively, but I'm just an all-around better point guard. Shep taking fadeaway jumpers when I'm not in the game, but when I am in the game, he is all aggression, no playing around, straight to the rim. So yeah, I asked to switch the matchup and put my small forward on Shep because it's not about the personal vendetta, it's about winning the game. I could put the personal things to the side and make a smart basketball decision. That's on Shep if he want to continue to try and guard me one-on-one, because I'm going to put him in that pick and roll, get that mismatch. I'm going to use all my IQ to my advantage. But he is clamping me up in the 1v1s, so I understand why he got no problem doing it. And for the most part, he can contend with centers because of his vertical leap. This man is an athletic All-American, but the size is too much. I just got to keep attacking him. Miscommunication on this play. I'm trying to switch and get off of Shep. Shep get open for a three, knocking it down deep in the fourth quarter. Yeah, this went back and forth. Next possession, I'm coming right back at Shep. I'm trying to get downhill, get a crossover. I got the step. I'm fouled here, and the refs don't call it, which ultimately helps Texas move on in the tournament. No handshakes, we just leave. After the game with us, Texas Tech had to play Auburn, and Jabari Smith is looking like the best player in the nation. The way he came out on a mission hooping. Look at that bounce pass across. Woo! He was making everything work with the help of the center Walker Kessler. Them two were dominating all season long, and Texas looked like they playing dirty because this looked like an elbow right to the ribs of Walker. He was out for the rest of the game after that. I knew I didn't like Shep, but the whole team just seemed dirty now. Lucky enough for Texas Tech, without a 7-footer down there, it should be easier to get to the rim, and somehow Shep is still struggling to get to that paint. This is great defense from Auburn, even though their big man is gone. I'm telling y'all, Jabari was on a mission. He was not letting his team lose, even if they were a man down. He was going to handle it himself if that's the last thing he do. Shep steps out of bounds right here, gives Auburn the perfect opportunity to seal the game. And Jabari had that look in his eyes of give me the ball and get out the way. Straight ISO, top of the key, couple of dribbles to warm himself up, go downhill, foul, and the bucket. That seals the game. Auburn goes on to win the rest of the tournament, and Jabari Smith is looking like the #1 pick in this year's draft. Coming off an early exit in the NCAA tournament, going up against Texas Tech, who is led by Shep Owens. This rivalry between me and Shep is actually getting a lot more personal, because hearing him declare for the draft made me instantly go to the coach and tell him I'm not returning to Syracuse for my junior year. I'm going to the NBA for the draft. After a couple months went by, the NBA season came to an end, and we get a look at the mock draft. Draft Express does the best job at mocking up the draft, and they think Paolo should be #1 overall pick, even though Jabari had the best season. They have Shep going 12th overall, with him averaging 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, but struggling from the 3-point line. We don't know what teams are going to have each pick, so that has a huge effect on when people are drafted. But Draft Express has me going the final pick in the draft. They think I'm that bad of a player. I'm averaging the same amount of points as Shep, less rebounds, more assists, no steals, but better overall field goal shooting, and they think he's that much better than me. And on the 2K board, they have Shep as the best player in the draft. They think he should be #1. Why would he even be the Rockets' #1 option if they did have that pick? Because they have Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. At least they have me going first round. It's just frustrating to see all these draft boards expecting Shep to go way higher than me. Even the NBA have him going #5. They think he is a top 5 prospect, but at least I'm in the top 20 here. I don't know what to believe anymore. Draft lottery rolling around. The Magic did get the #1 pick. I don't care what I gotta do to impress these scouts, but I need them to know I'm better than Shep Owens, and I'm a great player all around. I'm in the gym with my new shooting coach. He helping me work on my jump shooting to help improve for when I get to the NBA. He's telling me don't worry about that mock draft. Worry about what you can control, which is my shooting mechanics. So he's taking me through the mechanics that I need to improve on at the finish of my release. And now I'm adding it into my shot. Now, it's extremely important that I do well. Draft Combine has everything to do with my draft stock, so I came out here, put on my best effort in every single drill, every single category, trying to climb these mock draft boards. Hopefully I opened the eyes of some scouts. Since this isn't a heavy point guard draft, perfect for me to rise the board. Hopefully I blow some people away with my vertical. Hopefully I blow some people away with the speed that I'm putting on display. Obviously at my height, speed is extremely important for guards, and I'm going. I ran like I've never ran before. I think I had the fastest speed in the whole combine. We're gonna have to check the actual numbers, but this is where I struggled. My lateral quickness getting between the lane. I struggled here, and I know these scouts were confused because I was looking so good all throughout. And now it's time to lift some weights. This is where I want to really surprise some people. I need people to know that I'm strong because I do travel to the rim a lot. I'm a slash and play style, so I need to be able to take contact around the rim, and strength is the best way to do that. I've been in the gym all summer. I've been in the gym non-stop working on that weight, and it's only gonna get better when I get older and in the league. Next is jump shooting. This is where I struggle at. This is the weakest point of my game. Hey, I need to improve here, but hopefully I put on at least a fake performance that I can shoot. I just need them to believe that I got that jumper so scouts could want me on their team. Even if I ain't gonna be giving it to the team, I need them to believe that I can. Last was the 5v5. We ain't gotta worry about that game. As we compare combine numbers with Shep, I was faster. I had the fastest sprint in the whole combine. He benched 19 weights. I got the weight up twice. All right, I don't care. Listen, my jump shot was far superior to his, and that's what matters in the modern era. That's the only thing that matters in the modern era. He had a 40-inch vertical, only got a 31-inch vert. Listen, we not worrying about none of that, though. I'm not worrying about none of that, though. Hopefully these scouts know what real basketball look like. Now I'm getting interviewed by one of the front end guys from the Miami Heat. He's talking with me because he liked my performance in the combine, and they're really interested in drafting me at the spot that they got if I'm still available on the board. Now it's time for the NBA draft. The first pick was Paolo, and the second pick is what's actually interesting because the Thunder took Chet Holmgren over Jabari Smith. After putting up these insane numbers on his national title run, he thought he was going to be the second overall pick, and he's going to be the savior of OKC, the next Durant. So all of the fans are absolutely outraged the fact they didn't take him. Fast forward in the draft, Shep Owens was taken by the Miami Heat instead of me, even though Miami told me to my face they wanted me. But I ended up getting drafted by the Sacramento Kings nonetheless, and my NBA comparison is looking like Darius Garland or my teammate De'Aaron Fox now. Miami deliberately traded higher in the draft so they could get Shep Owens because he was still on the board, after they deliberately told me to my face they wanted me. Outside of Jaden Ivey, me and Shep, there wasn't really many point guards that anybody was interested in this draft, so I don't know what's going on. Now it's time for the Summer League. First game was against San Antonio, and I wanted the whole Summer League to know that I'm not somebody to play around with. Great outlet pass from my teammate. I start pushing it, skip through the lane, finish top of the glass, beautiful. I'm basically just showing San Antonio that I'm a pressure in the paint. There's nothing this matchup could do with me, and I had my way with them the whole night. This was my favorite play from myself the whole Summer League. I cooked this man. Gave me the ball, jab step him behind the back out the jab step, tween the leg, bump him, step back to the three, and it hits the net. I've been working on my threes all summer since I've been in high school. Now this is the highest stage. I'm really showing the whole world I deserve to be an NBA talent. Can't believe they projected me not to get drafted at all. I need everybody on notice that I'm a player that y'all need to be worried about. These were basically just warm-up games to get us ready for the Summer League playoffs, and I found out my center is athletic, so it was just showtime after that. Time to lob him the whole yards. We got Keegan Murray on the wing. We got an aggressive center down in the paint. Hey, man, I love the team that we got here in the Summer League, and it's only going to get better once we make it up to the NBA, and we playing with De'Aaron and Sabonis and Keegan. We got a whole mess of players to start hooping with, and the Summer League is just getting us started. Can't go under screens on me no more. I'm a shooter now. Let the world know that I'm finishing around the rim tough and hitting all my jumpers. Gave us the bye in the first round of the tournament. Let's get into it. Let's see what Shep getting into to start this tournament. He had a bad start to this game. All he got was this assist, and at the end of the second quarter, they let him ISO to run the shot clock out, and he gets to the rim to end off the first half. Second half, he was a whole lot more aggressive, getting downhill and just finishing at the rim. Me and Shep, both slashers, both from New York, both aggressive. He just bigger, stronger than me, and that's a beautiful touch. Stopped on the dime and pulled up. Shep started feeling himself all second half, and they could not stop him from getting to the rim. Beautiful head fake finish with the left. This man Shep is getting cozy. High pick and roll, draw the center in to hit his center, and one. Now these boys are dancing. Am I seeing chemistry in their first tournament game? And LiAngelo, pulling up a 3 to cut the lead to 3. Shep said, I don't care about none of that. Give me a pick and roll. Tween, go downhill. Hey, put that man in the rim. Shep with the tween off the screen and put him in the rim easy. Shep is an animal. He wanted to put the nail in the coffin here. High pick and roll, draw the defense in, hit his corner 3. Beautiful. Next game, we play Minnesota. Jumping straight into the second quarter because the whole first quarter was nothing for me. I'm crossing him over, getting to the rim. More of the same. This first quarter wasn't good for me. The second quarter also wasn't good. Look at how I'm cooking my matchup. Separation. I'm creating it easily. Getting where I want on the court. I'm just not finishing. So guess what? Give it to the star of the team, Keegan. Hey, man, when you got a player like Keegan on your team, you let him cook and get out his way. He is a weapon, and we're going to use that to the best of our ability. He is a dominant player, and I really like how he is out here on the court. I was waiting for our center to run through so Keegan could get that cut. I dotted him, and he yammed that down with tremendous force. This is where we broke the game wide open in the third quarter. They had no answers for us offensively or defensively. Look at how I cook him in the ISO. First half, I was getting wherever I wanted. In the second half, I was finally letting the shots fall. But more than anything, letting Keegan just cook their team. This summer league game was easy. Once we got up by 30, coach decided to take us out the game, and you could just tell why. There was no signs of life in these Timberwolves. They could do nothing with our starting lineup, so we might as well just let the bench fight with them. It was too easy. Shep won against Jaden Ivey, but I need y'all to see this matchup. Both players cut from the same mold. Jaden Ivey with a 42-inch vertical, Shep with a 40-inch vertical. Shep putting up 18 reps on the bench press. Jaden Ivey putting up 15 reps. They both strong, super athletic point guards, and they both love getting to the rim. Shep misses, but putting that thing right back. Look at Jaden coming off of that. Hey, beautiful finish around the rim. Jaden on ISO, double clutching. Oh, man. Jaden was doing whatever he wanted with this Heat team. And he's embarrassing Shep while he does it. Behind the back, spin on Shep into a contact dunk. Then he flexes on him like that boy not strong enough. I swear this is a good matchup. And Shep want to dunk right back on him. I love that these two were going right at each other from the jump ball. Neither player wanted to show the other one any weakness. They guarded each other the whole game. Both of them making tough layups. They playing at a high level. This draft class is looking insane, I swear. You got me and Keegan. You got, hey, Jaden over here in Detroit. You got Shep in Miami. We haven't even seen Paolo. We still haven't seen Chet. There's so many weapons in this draft, and it's only just starting. Look at Jaden getting to the rim again. Shep said, anything you can do, I'm doing it better. I love how these two were answering each other the whole game. Jaden Ivey had 30 points, but his team lost. The matchup happened once again. Since we both in the league, we're going to be playing against each other a lot. But I'm sick of Shep at this point, and I got something to prove. Coming out the tunnel, the first person I see is the one man I didn't want to see until tip-off. Shep Owens. Obviously, me and him start going back and forth about how he got drafted higher than me, how he gonna win the game. He just running his mouth. I'm not trying to hear none of that. So we just gonna keep it pushing and act like I never even saw him, to be honest. I invited my college coach out to Las Vegas to come see me. After Shep eliminated my college teammate Boheem on the Pistons, he decided to come support me in this game. We got every reason to go hard and win this game. Shep looking locked in, ready to play. I'm also locked in, ready to play, so I'm honestly with whatever. His first play of the game, Shep told his team to ISO. He really want to go at me, and he want to make a statement message that he better than me. He dunks on me the first play of the game, and now he's picking me up full court. This is ultimate disrespect. He think he can guard me. Basically, him playing me full court, that mean I'm gonna have to pass the ball more. Alright, I need to show the people that I'm a better pure point guard anyway. Y'all drawing in all this attention, I'ma kick it out. It's just that simple, and I got shooters on the wing ready to score. So whatever you trying to say, I'm ready to do. And Shep teammate also trying to full court press me. I need y'all to understand right now, Shep got good defense. He is athletic and fast and strong, but anybody ain't just pressing me. You gonna have to guard me for real, for real. He thinking I'm some scrub, you could just play close. Nah, you actually got to give me some space or I'ma cook. With that being said, I cooked Shep on a backdoor cut, get a nice little runner. This play, I saw it from a mile away, so I helped get my hands in the cookie jar, my teammate hands in the cookie jar. I'm up, I couldn't outrun him, so I try to cut him back. He cuts me off, I see my teammate cutting. Shep with a 40-inch vert working on defense, disrupting that alley-oop. They get a layup on the other end. We running a pick and roll with Keegan. I do a nice jump past Keegan, going up strong over Shep and that guy in the paint. Keegan the star, my team Shep the star there, so he just right at me. Anything Keegan doing, Shep answering. Keegan on ISO right now, cooking this man. Hey man, he the 4th overall pick for a reason. I think he a bucket and a half, and Shep getting to his spot and pulling up over me. Hey, I'm getting cooked, I ain't gonna lie, but Keegan cooking on the other end, so don't lie about that as well. Shep get a little antsy on defense. I blitz right past him. I throw the floater up at the free throw. That's high IQ basketball. And they putting me in a dribble tunnel. I work my way out, try to get a step back. Oh, I'm missing that, man. We had a nice lead at the start of the third. Near the end of the third, they took the lead because I was selling. Look at this to show an example. And now I'm running lazy on defense, and Shep takes advantage of that, never giving up. Me trying to work a pick and roll, get my shot off. Don't go under screens on me no more, Shep. You can't do that anymore. I know how to shoot now. I ain't that kid in New York that you used to grow up with. And Shep showing me he ain't a kid no more, bullying his way to the rim. He put on a lot of muscle, a lot of weight, and he getting to a spot and pulling up. I can't guard this man. We lose this game. I got eliminated again by Shep in a tournament. They go on to play OKC with Chet, and Chet Holmgren wins the Summer League Championship. Starting with the trainer, he's showing me the whole training facility where we're gonna be hooping at. I get to run into more of my teammates. He was showing out in the Summer League, but for a different team. The Kings actually picks him up, so he on our roster now. Speaking of rosters, this is what our current roster looks like this season, and it's not looking good for me ultimately. I am in the worst situation possible. De'Aaron Fox is only 24 years old in the face of this organization. There's no way I'm taking his starting spot. The last good point guard that the Kings had, they traded for Sabonis. The Kings saw potential in me to be a trading piece all along. As we get ready for the first team practice of the year, I had to show my team what I'm about in the transition. They all about fast break, up-tempo offense. Sabonis a great passer. De'Aaron Fox the fastest point guard in the league. Hey, getting up and down the court is what we gonna need to do. Kyler Murray at power forward. We running a small ball, up-tempo lineup. They want to see how I'm going to come in off the bench. Now they showing me why I'm not the backup point guard. I'm too little. They showing me that I got a lot more weight to put on. He giving me the backup point guard, and he gonna cook me. So imagine what other guards around the league gonna do. I'm not ready. The next day we got a game, so I end up meeting the owner. This is basically the day where they show me around everything, let me meet new people. First game of the season against the Blazers, and I got somebody showing me around the stadium I'm gonna be going to. I'm gonna remain in street clothes the whole night, because I'm not getting any playing time. We lose that game, and I continue to get no playing time for the next couple of weeks. But we did get to see Shep for the first time in the NBA, and I didn't get to play at all. And Shep got 21 minutes. If y'all remember, I sat down with the Heat, and they were supposed to draft me. but those snakes end up getting Shep instead of me. Let's take a look at the Heat. Kyle Lowry is their starting point guard and he's 36 years old, which leaves all the room in the world for Shep Owens to take over that starting point guard role in the next 3-4 years max. My first game in the NBA is against the 1-5 Hornets. De'Aaron Fox is sitting for load management, so me and Davion Mitchell getting more playing time than usual. My first time on the floor, I'm just playing into the pace of the game, passing the ball, spacing the floor, not trying to do too much, just trying to find a role on this team ultimately. Now, here's where the problem begins. I gotta guard NBA players now, and I've always been struggling on defense. My first pick and roll is with Trey Lyles. We get it high. Mark is also a rookie, so he don't know how to guard the pick and roll either. Beautiful. I'm glad our coach let me play against a trash team like the Hornets to get my feet wet. My first time on the court with a star of our team, Sabonis, and he is such a great passer and a great player that draws all the defense attention. I get wide open. Kelly Oubre forces up a dumb shot. We get a rebound, gives it to me, and I do what I do best. Turn on the Jets, get through the defense, and finish around the rim. Hey, these are the only good things I've done all game. I don't know if coach is impressed with my performance, but I'm just trying my best out here. We actually end up losing that game by 2. I don't know how we losing to a 1-5 team. Coach can't be happy. The next game we get Miami, so that means I get my first opportunity in the NBA versus Shep. And seeing Shep, he look comfortable with this unit already, and I don't like that at all. I know Shep can't shoot, so sagging off him was my best play, forcing him to become a jump shooter. He forced a bad shot, so we get it in transition, and he got mismatched against Sabonis and won. Let's go. But Shep comes right back downhill, finds the open man. That's a tough shot. Shep is actually orchestrating this offense in his rookie year. It's only going to get scarier from here because he's only going to improve all around and get more comfortable with this team. This man is looking dominant, and that is frustrating to see. Malik sees me cutting. Bad pass. Shep read it the whole way. I run out ahead of Shep. He's slowing it down. Finds an opening in our defense. I don't know what else to tell y'all, man. He looking like a once-in-a-generation type of talent, and he is putting it on full display, dominating our defense. And we lose another one while De'Aaron is trying to rest. This is the last game before De'Aaron comes back, and I'm going up against Orlando. They had the first overall pick in Paolo. And this game is where I showed my true colors. I couldn't guard anybody. I'm a liability on defense. Cole Anthony went after me the whole game. Put me on ISO, wrap-around layup, cooked me completely. But I'm showing my team that I'm also a problem on offense by getting him in an ISO blow by, double clutching, finishing around the rim. If you're going to cook me, you better be prepared to get cooked back because I'm not going out easy. Beautiful hang time on that layup. And then backdoor cut from Cole Anthony. I am showing my true colors. I lack on defense, and this is going to be a huge problem. I'm being lazy on this pick and roll, not fighting it. Sabonis had to overhelp, which leads to an easy putback. I'm showing weaknesses out here. Lack of hard work, lack of defense, and teams are taking advantage of that every time I get on the court, and my coach obviously isn't liking that, and I'm turning the ball over. I'm showing a lot of problems early in my career, as well as missing wide open jump shots. We end up winning this game by 22. Obviously, that win had nothing to do with me. I was a disappointment. Over these couple games where I actually got to play, I put up 7 points, 1 assist, shot 50% from the field, 25% from the 3, and my plus or minus is -4 per game. So every time I get on the court, I do something bad. And overall, through every game, I had a -12. So every time I was on the court, I was ultimately hurting my team. So with that being said, I get the bad news that I'm getting sent down to the G League at the start of the season because I haven't been living up to expectation. And when that news got out, Shep Owens was one of the first people to speak on the situation and laugh at my failure.
I just want to say, your game's trash, your agent's trash, your girl's trash, and you're trash. Did I forget anything?
Girl, agent, I think you got that covered, buddy.
And the next time I see you, I'm going to tell you that to your face. Other than that, just wishing you many blessings, brother.
Shep is obviously still mad about girls because I was messing with his when we were younger, and he will never let things go. He think he doing better in life than me. After hearing the news that I'm being sent to the G League, my teammate Denver, he pulled up on me to talk to me, to hang out with me, to see how I'm feeling, because that's no news anybody want to hear. I'm glad that Denver on the team. Me and him actually become close friends so far. This was a great pickup. He a great guy. I'm chopping it up with one of the assistants of the G League team. He just telling me that this is nothing to hang my head over. This is not me failing. This is me just working on my craft a little bit more for the NBA. My career in the league is not over. It's really just getting started. My first game in the G League is against Scoot Henderson, the second overall prospect in the draft. First play, I instantly get a pick and roll, go downhill at Scoot. They both commit to me. Easy pass. I'm telling y'all, I played like a man possessed this game. I was so motivated and angry. I get a steal right here. I'm telling y'all, I was in a different bag. Alex Lynn ain't who he is, so he couldn't jump and get that. I didn't even throw that high. But I need y'all to understand, imagine having your dreams come true and have them taken away from you. I am so mad. The speed and pace of the NBA was so fast that it makes the G League look like it's slow motion to me, because I see everything before it's developing, and that's how I'm getting these passes to the correct teammates. That's how I'm getting a quicker step, making beautiful plays. Come on. How do you miss that, Alex? I need that. That would have been beautiful for me. But I'm telling y'all, the speed of the NBA is so fast that this G League is a cakewalk currently. I'm glad that I got to play in the NBA, because now it showed me where I want to be, and I ultimately get us this win. Very next game, I'm still mad. Don't want to be here in the G League. I'm on go. First possession with the ball, I am getting straight to my spots and pulling up. I don't know if this was a plan of the Kings, but I'm way more confident, understanding my spots, understanding how to run the offense. I am way more dominant after coming to the G League, and I don't know if this was their intentions, because it felt like a punishment, but in all, it's made me a whole lot more aggressive, whole lot more confident, because I know I'm better than these guys. As long as I believe in myself, that's all that matters. Get a steal, get a dunk in transition, simple basketball. Reading and reacting to whatever the defense give me. The second I see somebody go under the screen, I'm shooting it. The second I see them play too high on the screen, I'm jumping it for a midi. It's that simple, man. It's just reading whatever the defense is. The center playing too far back, so I pull up the midi. I'm not trying to do too much, just play within the offense. Step back, get them to bite, blow past them, skip through the lane. Oh my goodness. My defense has even improved. I wasn't even this good of a defender in college, but I've never felt better than the other team that I was going up against. I felt like I was at my appropriate skill level. Now I'm completely feeling dominant past all these players, drawing the defense in, kicking it out. I'm playing smart even though we lost by 1. Months going by and I'm putting on an absolute clinic and a show throughout the G League. Even if it ain't getting us wins, I'm putting on the best performance I can. Denver even comes out to support me at some of the games, being a great friend and a great teammate overall. I make the G League All-Star game with the way I've been playing. It was a fun event overall. They were throwing lobs, everything you expect in an All-Star game. I even got loose a little bit, had to get a little fancy, step back, pull over them, bang. After the G League All-Star game, I get a call on the way back home to Sacramento, and it's from Denver, and he's telling me he also got sent down to the G League. So I actually have a teammate here now. Since we both not in the NBA no more, we might as well take the G League serious and try to make the playoffs together. Let's go. Coach Mike Brown came down to see me and Denver play. This is the first time he came to a G League game all year. Me and Denver instantly came out looking like a 1-2 punch of the year. Knocked down from Denver in the corner. Pick and roll with Alex Lynn. We've been doing this all year, so it's like clockwork at this point. And me, I get the poke. Denver with the pickup. I'm running out ahead. Denver advances the ball. I see Denver trailing. Try to hit him for a cut. The play gets broken, but I still get an open shot anyway. The game plan to work Denver into our offense was to let him sit with the ball while we run our natural plays off the ball. And now I come around Denver on the curl, try to get downhill. I blow the layup, and Denver gonna fight find a way to make himself useful in the offense. Denver is a smart player. That's why he been in the league longer than me. He was actually adding production to the Kings up until he wasn't, obviously. But I'm knocking down every shot. This is the best basketball I've been playing in my whole career. I've never been more confident, more dominant, more focused than I am right now. I've been on an absolute tear ever since I came to the G League, and I am continuing that run right now as I create separation and pull up the corner three. We win easily and convincingly. Me and Denver came out like LeBron and Dwayne Wade. The next day I am hit with some bad and good news. The good news is I am offered a spot back on the Sacramento Kings NBA roster. Bad news is that's gonna leave Denver down in the G League alone. And we just made a plan to go for that championship together. I can stay in the G League for the rest of the year because I'm going to be riding the bench in the Kings uniform anyway. I'm sitting back down with the Kings negotiating if I should take Denver's open roster spot. They're telling me I'll get a position battle for the backup point guard spot because I've been doing so well in the G League. They weren't being completely honest. This isn't a full takeover of backup point guard, but I can fight for more playing time by showing if I could cook Davion. After I miss it's his turn to go. He puts up a bad shot that rattles out, so I get another opportunity. Now it's time for me to spin top, behind the back, going hard. I cannot get separation, but I do find a way to finish through contact. Spinning at the top, behind the back, got the step on him. That is a foul, but they're not calling that for me. Favoritism for Davion. I'm Euro through the lane. That is a tough finish. Everything I'm giving is tough finishes. I miss a shot, but Davion comes back, forces up a bad one now, and this is for the game. I am fighting to get to the paint, drop step, finish with the right hand. Come on, man. That earned me some minutes during this Clippers game, and I'm going to be matched up against Russell Westbrook. I finally get on the court near the end of the first quarter, and I see Kyler Murray open in the corner. He knocks it down. At least he's a rookie that's getting to stay and play for this team, and Russell is too big for me, which is no surprise. I'm trying to leave him open on the three, but he's smarter than that. I did all that work in practice to get myself 5 minutes. I got 1 assist within that time and scored on by Russell. Was it worth leaving Denver high and dry for me to just sit on the bench in the NBA? I think it is, because we are making the playoffs and I'm learning a lot just by soaking up all this information on the bench. The MVP award goes to Joel Embiid, averaging 31 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Paolo is the Rookie of the Year. Malcolm Brogdon brings home 6th Man of the Year. Jared Jackson brings home Defensive Player of the Year, leading the league in blocks. And Lloyd Marketing becomes Most Improved Player of the Year by becoming an All-Star for the first time in his career. Let's check out Shep and the Miami Heat in their play-in. Shep's lack of jump shooting is forcing him to the bench in the 4th quarter. The Heat can't play Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Shep Owens all at the same time because no 3 of them could shoot threes consistently, and that means lack of defense because Shep can't be out there. Max is getting cooked by Zach LaVine. Shep would have been a better defender to put on him, but his lack of jump shooting mean he can't be out there, and they were taking advantage of Kevin Love being too slow on the perimeter. It's already hard enough for Jimmy Butler to guard DeMar. It gets even harder when Zach LaVine is constantly hitting jumpers. This was a tough matchup for the Heat from the tip-off, all because Shep can't space the floor, so a good defender can't be out there in the prime moments of the game. This is frustrating to Shep because he can't be there for his team when they need him in the 4th quarter. With Kyle Lowry out with a shoulder injury, they needed him. This is Miami's last chance to make the playoffs. Shep is in a bad situation because look at how crowded the court is. This is what I'm talking about. Not enough shooters on the court, not enough spacing for Miami. That's why they in the play-in and not comfortably in the playoffs. But the play comes around when they get the ball to one of their shooters, and it's just that easy after that. The reason that they such a hard team to beat is their incredible defense. The fact that they can't shoot has nothing to do with the fact that they have perennial defenders. Look how fast Shep closed out after being in the paint. There's nothing you can really do with this Miami defense, and look at that Jimmy Butler hitting the fade. So ultimately they beat Atlanta because of their smothering defense. Pelicans. Miami has to play Boston, while we have to play Phoenix. This is not going to be easy. Game 1 was exactly what you expected. KD taking advantage of our rookie, Keegan Murray. Veterans in the league that been playing for 10 years can't guard Durant. What makes you think somebody in their first season going to know how to handle Durant? Ultimately, the only thing that kept us in the game was Sabonis, and De'Aaron hit this clutch three-pointer to give us a lead. Chris Paul tried to do a high pick and roll and answer. He ultimately misses the shot, which gives us the victory of game 1. That was too close for comfort. And directly in game 2, Kevin Durant said, I want this win, and he got it straight for his team. As easy as that. They dominate game 2. Game 3 was a total blowout, and we win. Getting the win on the road is the most important part of playoff basketball. Each team get 2 games at home, and you have to steal it. But we definitely trying to get back the game we lost at home right here, right now. Running that 2-man game with De'Aaron and Sabonis, they leave Harrison Barnes wide open in the corner. That's why Keegan Murray ain't in the game right now. They wanted to throw different matchups at Durant. Ultimately, we got Malik Monk in the game, so that meant Devin Booker wanted that matchup. He is getting big down there. Listen, this was never going to be easy, but De'Aaron was ready for that challenge. And this is why I need to get out of this team, because they are going to have De'Aaron the face of this franchise, because he is definitely putting them on their back. He is putting this whole organization on his back, and I'm seeing it right now. Drawing the foul on DeAndre Ayton. Ayton gets fouled out the game at this point, and De'Aaron needs to hit both of these free throws to tie it. He misses the first one. So they get free throws on the other end. Now we need a 3 to tie it. Sabonis misses it. We lose that game, and the Suns tie the series 2-2. Game 5 was an absolute blowout. We clear our bench, so I actually get playing time. This is my first time being in the playoffs, and Chris Paul put me in a spin cycle. They don't really look for any shot here. Hey, I'm just happy to be out here on the court more than anything, to get my legs moving. I really want to play so bad. So this opportunity that I'm out here, I'm definitely going to get this ball and try to make something happen with it. Even if Chris Paul ain't taking it serious, I'm not about to waste this clock out. We got to get us a bucket. Go for a high screen and roll. Nothing come out of it. Wide open shot. Misses it, and this is why we down by 21. Game 6 are back against the wall. We need this win to force a game 7. And Devin Booker is doing Devin Booker things. Keegan Murray set the all-time rookie record with 3-pointers made this season. He was really shooting lights out for us. But Devin Booker really hounding us offensively and defensively. Messes up our whole play. Now we got to heave the ball. Ruin that whole possession. Devin Booker ain't done. Gets the ball in the backcourt. Got the step on Malik Monk. Presses him all the way to the rim. Fade away. Knocking down the shot. After that, there was nothing we could do. We lose this series to Phoenix. They were a stacked team, and I'm proud of the way we played overall. Now that we're done with our series, let's take a sneak peek at Shep. They are in overtime of game 7, going head up with the Celtics, and then Jaylen Brown gets separation over Tyler Hero and knocks down a 3 to start the overtime. Kyle Lowry answers back with a 3 of his own. That's why Shep can't be out there. He can't space the floor like that. Jason Tatum get a mismatch. Kevin Love is too slow, so they get to their spot, pull up an easy 3. Jimmy Butler and Tatum are fighting off ball. Tatum gets space, gets to the ball, get the step. Come on, man. Tatum ain't playing tonight. Heat being down 3, they look to Tyler Hero to answer. High screen with Bam. Tyler is playing Hero, saving the day. That starts the double overtime, and the refs don't call no whistle on this, and it's a pure bucket. All that did was make Tatum matter. He started going downhill and dunks it at the rim. Kevin Love is too slow. He should not be in this lineup. Speaking of Kevin Love, he gets separated from Tatum. Wide open 3. Easy as 1, 2, 3. The second overtime coming to an end. They put the ball in Tatum's hands and get everybody out the way. Tatum gets Tyler Hero on him, and that is an easy layup to ultimately win the game. Tatum had 44 points with 11 rebounds, single-handedly making sure his Celtics did not lose the first seed. Now the Celtics advance to play Cleveland. Let's see what the finals bring. The Suns versus the Bulls in the finals. The Suns ultimately go on to win the finals. Kevin Durant being added to the Suns was too much firepower for the rest of the NBA to handle. Let's see what happens in the offseason. Last season, I left Denver high and dry in the G League, but we still cool. This offseason, we went hiking to work on conditioning. He even introduced me to Michael B since them two are friends. And the three of us started hanging out this offseason. Don't get it confused. The offseason is for working out as well. It's not all fun and games. I was doing 2-a-days in the gym. Monday morning, Monday afternoon, sometimes Monday night, I was getting back in the gym. I'm making sure this season they don't send me back down to the G League. I'm locked in any way I can. I was even talking to our trainer to see what I needed to work on conditioning wise for my body. Linked up with Chris Brinkley, started putting up jump shots. Just being around all these good NBA players is going to make me better because I get to see how they work out in the off season. I get to see what they're focusing on. I'm trying to become the best player that I can be and make it at least to the backup point guard spot so I can show what I can do out here. First game of the regular season, we playing the Utah Jazz, and I actually have a larger role this season. Not backup point guard, but I should be seeing minutes every game as long as I play well. I have to play off ball more because they see me more as a shooting guard. They think Davion is a better pure point guard. So I gotta play off ball, and I'm just doing my role right here, getting a floater on the side, missing it. Trying my best. Listen, I'm used to having the ball in my hand, whether it's high school, college, G League. I'm usually the primary ball handler. This is a complete different play style. I was working on this all off season because I knew this was my role coming into this season. And I see Malik had a mismatch, so I brought help. That's high IQ. Brought help from the weak side. Wasn't going to let him get a 1v1. We running a little 3-guard setup, me, Davion, Malik. We gonna see how long that lasts, but definitely Keegan sees me open, pulling that, missing it. Trying to play this off-ball role, not really a spot-up shooter, trying to help my teammates. I'm trying to help here, recover back to Colin. He is too good of a shooter like that. I tried to get back to him. Anyway, I get a quick blow-by, get to the rim, punched. I'm trying my best. You can't tell me that I'm not making good decisions. Ultimately, we do win this game. Next game, we go up against the LA Lakers with newly added Kyrie Irving. And I'm still coming off the bench, still sitting in the corner, and I'm going to play my role to the best of my ability. If y'all want me to be this spot-up guy, I'm a spot up, but I thought we had the ball, and I left my matchup open. Davion hits me, pull up again. Hey, if I'm just forced to sit, I'm just gonna stand there. I'm catch, shoot, missing. I ain't got that much range. Listen, man, I wanted the ball right here, but this is a very depressing play style. I'm used to being a primary offense. I'm used to having to make plays, but just standing here the whole possession, getting minimal minutes, this is actually sad to play like this. And I'm just trying to be a good teammate the best way that I can. We're getting wins against good teams. I should be grateful that I'm in the NBA at all. If I'm just an off-ball shooter, I'm gonna be the best off-ball shooter I could be. So I'm just in the gym practicing my play style to just stand in the corner. When my time is called, I'm putting up the shots. I don't know what else to do. I don't know. They don't want me for much else. I'm trying to show them that I am great at everything offensively. But if all they want me to do is spot up, I'm going to do that. I'm going to even show them that I can come off curls. They could run down screens for me. They could run backdoor screen. They could do multiple things for me. And I just need to be ready when my time is called. Next game, we going up against the Spurs. So it's going to be my first time seeing Wembanyama. And the trainer is not liking my diet, the way that I've been handling games. This second season ain't as easy as I thought it would be. I have been showing bad habits off the court. Eating bad, sleeping times is a little bit off, but that's not what I'm focused on. I'm just trying to be a great teammate, get more valuable minutes, and be a more crucial piece to this team. And Wembanyama is absolutely dominating us. He is getting anything he wants out here on the court. Sabonis plays this passing lane beautifully, gives it to me. I give it up to De'Aaron, and De'Aaron takes off. Beautiful play in transition. glad that we was able to get this started. De'Aaron has been having a crazy year, and me trying to find my way into this offense. When I'm not spotting up and they let me do more, I'm showing them that I'm valuable in other areas besides a catch and shoot. You can put the ball in my hand and let me create my own shot. I'm doing that. And Wembanyama, we have to throw the whole team at him to get a stop. Keegan Murray gets the steal, running, and Wembanyama trying to get a chase down, but he gets an and one finish. Keegan Murray is having a fantastic season so far. Love the confidence he's coming in with in his sophomore year. Great steal from De'Aaron. De'Aaron trusted me in transition. I'll get out ahead of everybody and finish around the rim. That was the only 2 shots I had all game, but at least I hit them. As we're getting through November, I noticed that I wasn't as ready for this season as I thought. I've been tired, jet lagged, haven't had my legs fully under me, haven't been studying playbook, been showing up late to practice. Sleeping schedule has been all messed up. Even on days where I'm just relaxing playing video games, I'm still finding myself more tired than usual. As November continued to go by, I am actually almost falling asleep past practice. Coach is calling me, wondering where I am, running late, looking very unprofessional as an NBA player. I finally show up to practice and I'm getting my floaters up because I do need to finish in many different ways. I'm not taking my foot off the gas at becoming a better player, even if I'm exhausted. But I sprained my ankle on this floater right here. I'm a game time decision before the Spurs game, but it's not looking good. It's looking like I'm going to have to miss at least a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks to heal my ankle. Next game, I was supposed to play Shep, and Shep gets the information and he starts thinking that I'm ducking him. He think that I don't actually want to go up against him because he wins every time we play, when that's not the case at all. I'm still trying to be a good supportive teammate, showing up to most games, not all, but I just want to be courtside at least for this Warriors game, because this is a team we need to get past on the Western Conference if we want to make it to a championship. At this point, it's a battle for California, and we lose. January 1st is when I'm expected to come back, but I've been hanging out with Denver even though he's in the G League. We're discussing if he can even make it back up to the NBA, because teams have not been calling back. He's been having tryouts, but they just don't seem interested in him as an NBA talent, and that's sad to hear. I'm almost back to 100% myself, and it's time for me to lock in and get ready to get back out here on the court and make a run for the All-Star break. Coach straight up told me that I have been performing better than Davion Mitchell, so he want to give me the more minutes off the backup. If you look at our shooting splits, Davion is getting more minutes than me, but shooting a worse percentage. And the team does better when I'm on the court rather than him being on the court. They were going to give me these minutes, but I got hurt. Now they want to take that chance on me. First game, I'm getting to be the actual backup point guard. I'm excited. I come out here on full attack mode. In and out, step back, crossover, finish with the right hand over top of them. Faking the screen, spinning off of them, taking them, finish it with the left. Easy, easy. I am very confident, playing smart, patient. This is what the G League taught me, to be patient, be smart, get in the open shot. I couldn't get my shot to fall this game. That's the only issue I had. Everything else, crossover, straight to the rim. That's my favorite layup. It's simple, easy, cut back door, another finish around the rim. They didn't have any answers for me when I wanted to score. I just couldn't knock down my jumpers. Everything else was bread and butter. Knock it down. They couldn't find an answer for me on offense, creating my shots very easily, putting a lot of pressure on OKC. And this shot right here, that was a transition 3. Coach sat me for the rest of the game because I was getting a little too cocky out there. Now, after that game, we had a back-to-back against OKC, and I linked with Josh Giddey right after the game. We hang out, start chopping it up. Great game, great hooper. He's strictly fundamental. Walking triple-double, don't do too many flashy dribbles. He get his buckets and get it moving. And I actually ended up linking with the girl from high school that me and Shep knew. Flew her out just because Shep wanted to start talking crazy. I'ma start linking with your first love. That's how life gets sometimes. Stop playing around. Took a selfie with her after I did what I had to do. Put her in a Shep Owens merch shirt and sent her back to New York because Shep wanna keep playing. That obviously made Shep feel some type of way, but I'm done being nice with him. I don't care no more. And we play against each other next week. But before that, this Spurs game is the highest points I've ever scored in an NBA game. I put up 30 tonight, and there was nothing they could do to stop me. Going up on Wembanyama, getting everything going in a pick and roll. We was fighting. Even when they fought the pick and roll off, I still was getting tough shots to fall. The pick and roll when Wembanyama was too slow to step up on me. We was exploiting that mismatch around the perimeter. He overplayed me that time, so I get around him. And then they throw a bad pass, so I read the passing lane, get out on a fast break. All of these plays were back to back. I had 3 straight possessions where they couldn't stop me from scoring. They needed a timeout. Even after the timeout, I throw a dot to the corner. Absolute destruction against the Spurs. Now it's time to focus on Miami. The second we both get checked into the game, I'm harassing them at half court, see an opening on the ball, and I hack for it. And his teammates trying to tell him, don't let him get in your head. He just trying to rile you up. Just play your game, focus on basketball. Don't let the outside antics get in. And you see me trash talking him during the free throw. And Shep Owens getting thrown off his game. I'm getting to him low key. I'm getting in his head and I'm still harassing him every time he touched the ball. Not giving him any space to breathe, but he is fighting. I even told my big men, hack that man when he get in the air. I'm not letting him get a second of separation. Even told Rookie hit him, bang, get him right there. Every time Shep on the court, we are going to put him in hell, but he's fighting for his buckets though. I'm telling y'all, we're hacking him when he get the ball, high screen and roll, going down at my center, foul. Nothing else, nothing other than fouls with us. Shep seen Rookie and trucks him over. Oh my God, Shep ain't going for none of this. Shep Owens play me too high on this pick and roll. I get ahead of steam downhill, finish easy. Next play, we hacking Shep, double team, vice grip, can't get a pass off. I'm telling y'all, man, we aren't playing. Pick and roll, put Shep in it, cross him over, fight through his whole team to make that. I am in my bag around the rim, but this is not an easy game at all. I get blocked by Shep from behind. De'Aaron does nothing with it. I reset it back to the 3-point line. I try to slow it down and I end up turning the ball over. They are smothering me on defense and blocked by Bam Adebayo. I'm trying to help down here on the block. Malik Monk too little for Jimmy, but Shep cuts in back door. I drop step Shep here and he punches it into the front row. I got us this loss today. We should have won this easily. We had the lead all game, but we lost the lead in the fourth quarter, and Shep ended up being player of the game in this Miami victory. I finished with 4 points, shooting 2 for 10 from the field. Shep finished with 14 points, 4 blocks, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. And a couple days later, after we played against the Clippers, I was told that me and Rookie have both been put on a trading block because of our performance against Miami, because we ultimately lost us that game. Very next game against Orlando, I put up 22 because I have no other choice but to just put my head down and continue hooping. It's obvious the Kings gave me a bigger role in the team so they could show my market value to other teams. That's the only reason why they gave me more minutes than Davion, to actually see what I could do. And it's good that I keep scoring to just keep upping my value to other teams. The trainer is proud of me at how I've been taking care of my body, how I've been sleeping better, eating better, performing better on the court, but nothing seems genuine from the team no more, knowing that any day I could get traded. Time is ticking, days and weeks are flying by. I'm getting less and less minutes because it's time to get serious, and they never expected to play me more than Davion. In the Chicago game, our Rookie was traded to Golden State. I talked to the media myself about how disappointed I am in us trading the Rookie. which led to more questions as to what I think about also being on that trading block and potentially being traded myself. Denver comes to the press conference to make jokes about how they gonna get rid of me the same way they got rid of him in front of everybody, and he just trying to make the situation better because we already know this is a bad situation and how nervous I am to be traded. I sit down and talk with the owner of the Kings and how disappointed he is of me going to the media to talk about my frustrations of the trade market. I'm young and inexperienced, new to the league. This comes with the business and it's overwhelming right now. Over the last 2 months of the Kings trying to improve my trade value, they've been giving me as many shots as I want per game, a lot more minutes, and I was averaging 17 in January, and it's only a couple days into February and I already dropped 21 and 8. I got invited to the rookie sophomore game and it was actually fun. I watched Scoot Henderson get downhill. Wembanyama punched that, said not up in here. Wembanyama set a screen, popped out to the 3, shoots that over Chet, nothing but net. Beautiful shot, and Chet want to answer, so we do a high pick and roll, lob that straight up to Chet. He went up there and got it. Chet is a fun player to play with, running hard to the rim. I like that. And then Wembanyama want to shoot over me because it's such a height difference. Missed it. I get out in transition. Jabari throws it up. I hang on that rim. Beautiful dunk from myself. And then I try to get a steal. Nembhard drop past the Wembanyama over Chet. That was a beautiful dunk. This rookie sophomore game has been fun to say the least, and I enjoyed every second of it. I wasn't going to let Chet get dunked on without answering, so we do another pick and roll, and he yams that thing down off of my alley-oop. It was a fun game overall. I had 8 assists. I really just came out here to pass. Nothing crazy. I stayed away from Shep as much as I could. February 29th is officially the trade deadline, and I received a phone call from my agent telling me that I have been traded on the trade deadline. Me talking about the trade rumors to the media completely messed up the Sacramento Kings plan, and the whole league knew that I was on my way out of there, so the quality of trade they could get for me dropped significantly, and that's why the owner wanted to talk to me in the first place. I have officially been traded to the Dallas Mavericks. Mavericks also fired Jason Kidd for losing Kyrie and Christian Wood and not making the playoffs last. My shooting coach actually sat down with the new coach of the Mavs, not to talk about me because that's tampering, but he can't say that he didn't influence him to come pick me up because I am a great talent. I got to sit down with the coach and talk to him about what he wanted me to bring to the team. I also ran into Luka after his training and he gave me some shoes, autographed them, and we actually got to play together. First game I got to play as a Mavs, and I'm thrown right into the Phoenix-Dallas rivalry, and Luka is dominating as usual. He's averaging 35 points this year because he has 0 help, and we have no draft picks coming at the end of the season. Us losing, all that means is Luka is putting up empty numbers, and me, I'm just trying to see where I could get my work in. I'm putting campaign on complete skates and tried to dunk in the lane. I get blocked by multiple different people. I don't know why I tried to dunk that. I had to finish the highlight play, but Luka creating separation on Durant. Luka is the scoring champion, but that's all he is winning is scoring title. Nikolai wins his 3rd MVP award in the NBA. Victor Wembanyama is this year's Rookie of the Year. Malik Monk wins 6th Man of the Year. Jarrett Jackson wins his 2nd Defensive Player. Shaedon Sharpe wins Most Improved Player because Damian Lillard left. Speaking of Damian Lillard, he went up against Shep Owens in the first round, and Shep actually was trying his best. He had 5 fouls at this point. He was guarding Lillard to the best of his abilities, and Jovic was carrying the Heat in this 4th quarter into overtime. In this 2nd season, the Heat trust Shep way more, giving him the 4th quarter playing time, but Joel get the hook over the top, and Shep not being able to shoot means he gets downhill, misses around the rim. Shep Owens get downhill again. This time he going strong. He said he ain't settling for a little stop and pop. But Lillard trying to attack, get hit by a screen. This is Lillard's shot, and he misses it to win the game. That's unusual. But Shep going right back at Lillard. Passes up an open opportunity, but beautiful pass from Shep. Shep was playing beautiful basketball. It's obvious he's ready for playoff basketball. It's obvious he's ready for the fourth quarter, but the Heat took him out when he got his sixth foul, and that's when the Sixers started taking advantage of Kyle Lowry being too little down there. Miami was put in a bad spot because Kyle Lowry on the brink of retirement and Shep had his 6 fouls. Kyle Lowry being able to shoot and space the floor isn't as important as Shep's physicality and defense, and Lillard is taking full advantage of that. He gets to his spot, pulls up over the top, and salutes a farewell to Miami. Has a heartbreaking Game 7 loss in double overtime. Shep don't shake no hands, headed straight back to the locker room for a second year in a row of a first round exit. He getting better. As for the rest of the NBA, the Lakers and the Celtics made it to the finals, and in Game 6, AD and Kyrie went crazy. Every time Kyrie missed, AD was there to clean it up. And when Kyrie wasn't missing, he is a problem to guard one-on-one. There's nothing you could do. Easy lob from Kyrie to AD. These two were on a mission to get this win. Kyrie getting to a spot, pulling up. AD cleaning up the glass once again. Listen, if Kyrie ain't missing, AD finishing it. Look at this. Got to the end of the shot clock. Bang. That's a tough shot. Pick and roll. Kyrie set his feet. Pull up. Bang. Another one. And they could not answer from the Celtics, which means the Lakers win the NBA Finals, led by LeBron James winning Finals MVP. This Mavericks team is in total disarray because the new coach they just added, he could potentially get fired because they don't like how he's coaching Luka, and Luka could potentially leave because they're not getting him any help. After our losing season, the draft pick we were supposed to have goes to the Knicks. While I'm working out at the Mavericks facility during the off season, one of my plugs to the media comes up and starts talking to me about rumors that's going on during this offseason. Teams that could be picking players up in free agency, players that are looking for trades. He is the media that tells me that I was the one getting traded. He is how I know what's going on around the league. He is my ear to the rest of the NBA. And what he's telling me currently is that Luka Doncic is extremely unhappy and he's looking to be traded. It isn't 100% yet, but he is definitely looking to be traded. So the Mavericks are in complete rebuild mode if they can't find someone this offseason. After this workout, I ran to go link up with Luka.
Hey, what's up, MP?
Luka, how you doing, man?
We have to have a conversation about what's going on with him and the Mavericks, what he see as a future with this team. I know I'm not even that good to even be demanding this out of him, but me and him got a cool relationship. It ain't Jalen Brunson and him. That was his best friend, and they traded him off the team, but I'm trying to at least be cool with him so I can have an MVP caliber teammate in the league. This is the current order of the draft lottery. With the first overall pick, the Utah Jazz select Ian Jackson, who's a shooting guard straight out of North Carolina. Second overall pick goes to the Houston Rockets, and they select Isaiah Collier straight out of USC. San Antonio Spurs had the third overall pick and they select Matas Buzelis, but the Thunder had the overall best draft, getting Justin Edwards at 4th, getting Arterio Morris at 9th, as well as getting Bronny James at 11, which means at the very start of free agency, we already know where LeBron James is going. To OKC to be the first father and son duo in NBA history. Kawhi and Paul George both left the Clippers. Kawhi went to Philadelphia, and Paul George went back to Indiana to play with the Pacers. Free agency has officially ended, and we got Malik Beasley, Okongwu, and Tobias Harris, which means we have failed to get Luka Doncic any real help, and now he is wanting to be traded. I hear this news over FaceTime and I am mad. Nothing that I can do about it. I'm moving into the house that I bought here in Dallas since the trade, and now I don't even want to be here really. It got me questioning this whole organization. If they can't treat their superstar well and build help around a current player, what are we supposed to do? I'm trying to think of ways that I could help the franchise, how I could keep Luka here, because there's literally no better possible option we could get. Letting Luka leave is like letting LeBron leave Cleveland. Like, how do you rebuild after that? What am we supposed to do? My real estate agent then comes in and she sees that I'm not even happy in the new house I just bought. She sees that I got a lot on my mind, so she try to help calm me down and just take my mind off the team. She starts getting a little too hands-on, if you ask me. This is outside of her job description. Her job is done. The house is sold. I don't know what she got going on here, but as long as it helped me calm down and not get mad, I don't even care at this current point. The next day, I do the exact thing that got me kicked out of Sacramento. I run to the media to start voicing my frustrations and how important Luka is to this team. I'm not too good to start begging this man to stay on this roster because I know how important he is to this franchise and to my success as an NBA player. If I want a championship, I'm going to need teammates like a Luka Doncic to stay in this roster. I'm not too dumb to understand that. I instantly get called into the office of the Mavericks and they gonna let me know early they're not doing that. We're not going to the media about anything no longer. They know I got a history of doing this and they trying to nip it in the bud as soon as possible to let me know that that will not be tolerated at all. Shep Owens instantly goes to social media after he saw me in the media talking about keeping Luka. He started making fun of me for begging Luka to stay. He starts clowning me, and all this does is give me anger, give me blood in the water to come straight at him, because we got the first game of the season versus them. So I don't even know why he talking right now, because all I'm gonna do is go that much harder. While I'm getting ready for the game, I'm told that Luka is not playing for personal reasons. So all that means is I gotta get out here and show Luka why he needs to stay on this team by getting our teammates involved the whole night. So now I'm more focused on passing to show Luka what our team can actually do. So my team come out and completely crapped the bed, but ultimately me and Okongwu got chemistry going. I like what me and Okongwu building here. Beautiful pick and roll, throw the pass between Bam Adebayo's leg to finish this pick and roll, and that's a beautiful finish. I like what Okongwu doing, but the rest of the team is ultimately struggling. Yeah, I can see why he want to be out of here, because I'm frustrated just playing with these guys, and I am not having a good time. I'm lackadaisical getting back on defense. I showed low effort the whole game. We lose by 30. The reason Luka didn't play is because the trade had already happened. Luka went to Houston, giving us a 35-year-old James Harden with 1 year left on his contract, so he could go back to Houston if he wanted after this year. Since Luka demanded to leave us, we weren't in a position to have any leverage, so we let the Rockets keep all their young talent, but we get to keep the potential talent in the draft picks. Luka gets to build around a bunch of potential stars now in Houston. Jalen Green was a 2nd overall, Jabari a 3rd overall, now Isaiah, who was their 2nd overall pick in this year's draft. A bunch of young stars, and Luka can build here. Back to us in Dallas, we going up against the 1st overall pick in Utah, Ian Jackson. Lauri Markkanen has been showing that he is a dominant offensive player, and we didn't have an answer for him early. Got us down to a double-digit lead. Then Ian Jackson finished us off by taking over in the 2nd quarter, pushed the lead up to 20. We had no chance the whole game. We are a trash team. I get 29 and 10 in garbage time. We had to run it back against the Jazz, only a day break in between. This team that we're on is not ready for any high-level basketball games. We cannot compete against anyone. Luka made the best decision for himself getting out of here because there is nothing we can do. We started off strong against the Jazz this time around. I became a lot more aggressive immediately. I ain't wait for garbage time to score. I became outscoring from the jump of the game. That is a beautiful ankle breaker. Then he gets a shot, misses it, rebound us. I'm pushing it in transition, trying to keep my head up. They get it back to me, hesitate on the jumper, still finds a way to follow through. 10-point lead because I start off more aggressive. And they made a lot of mistakes early on in this game, and we took advantage of it. I'm moving faster than everybody else on the Jazz, get straight to the rim easily. And when I go to that bench in the second quarter, they take the lead, and we never get it back. First overall pick working out the post. They got too many weapons against us. Our team has no talent, no defense. We lose easy. 2 weeks away, we get to go up against the new look Rockets led by Luka, and there's a lot of injuries on both sides, so neither team is playing at 100% right now. And the looks they came out with were fantastic. They were showing us that they didn't even need Luka to score, letting Jabari just straight ISO Tobias. He was getting to his buckets early and easily to start off the game. We had no answers for Jabari the whole first half. There was nothing we could do. He came out with 14 points in the first quarter, and Luka put me in foul trouble myself, and Luka finished with 19 points in the first half. This man came out here on a mission to show us that we needed him more than he needed us. That was the message he was trying to send, and they were hitting us with too many different weapons. This is a strong, young team with a lot of cap room, and they got potential to go anywhere from here. Since all of their talent is on rookie contracts, they got a lot of free money to do whatever they want out here. And so I don't know what it's looking like in Houston, but here in Dallas, we're trying our best, and I'm trying to keep us in it. If one thing I'm going to do is score, even if I am in foul trouble. I'm going to keep being aggressive. I missed my matchup right here, getting them an easy three. We're going back and forth in the fourth quarter. Luka finding a way to get a bucket around the rim. Luka finishes with 40 points. Ultimately, they lose. We were too much of a match. On December 15th, I get a call to go hang out with Denver, and he is telling me that the NBA is just not interested in him. He don't want to be in the G League anymore, and overseas is offering a bigger contract for more money. So this might be one of the last times I see him, at least for the rest of the year, because he going overseas to go hoop. It's sad to see him go, but that was my homie, and he got to pursue basketball and get that money, so I can't blame him for leaving. Season continues to go by as we're struggling, trying to figure out our next step. We're basically 100% in rebuild, so most games we're losing. We're literally tanking for higher draft stock at this point. I meet up with Zion the day after we play the Pelicans. He been suffering through a lot of injuries. His numbers have been down. He's almost about to get traded. Like, there's a lot going on with Zion, and I'm letting him know, like, if he need a destination, Dallas could use him. We can use anybody. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm out here just keeping my ears to the streets, trying to make good with all talent in the league, because I need help. We need somebody here. Fast forward to the next game, and we're playing Golden State, and the dynasty is over for them. No, dynasty has been over for a year and a half now. Clay is a shell of his old self. Draymond isn't in the starting lineup. Curry is the only one still continuing to put up 25 plus a night. And Tim Hardaway keeps us in this game in overtime, but ultimately we were trying to run our offense through Tobias in the overtime, and it failed time and time again. He let us down 3 possessions in a row. Ultimately, that led us to lose this game. Stephen Curry put up an incredible performance of 44, 8, and 9. As we head into the trade deadline, Toronto is one of the worst teams in the league, so they're deciding to break up all them boys, and Siakam was the first to go. They traded him for DeAndre Ayton, who was frustrated playing for Phoenix. Jordan Poole was frustrated in Golden State, so they got him out of there to Memphis for Steven Adams. I'm staying close to my sister and my agent as we get closer to the trade deadline because I'm paranoid from what happened last year. They trying to keep me calm and keep me in a good mood, but I'm still stressed out. No other big moves happened that day, and before the Cavs game, I hurt my knee. I tried working it out before game, and I tried to play on my knee. Bad idea. I'm out for 2 weeks now. Fast forward a week to the All-Star break, and I decide to pull up to All-Star weekend just to hang out. I can't hoop, I can't move much, trying to rest my knee, but I still get to enjoy everybody from the sideline. I pulled up to the slam dunk contest just to laugh at Shep. That's the whole point I'm here, just to see him embarrass himself, because I know that's what he gonna do. Ian Jackson came out here to bring back actual hoopers to the slam dunk competition. I like the dunkers that's competing this year. Scoot came out here to send a message. Beautiful 360 windmill. That was nice. And Shep, embarrassing himself just as I expected, did the worst dunk of the whole first round, and I couldn't stop laughing because I don't know what he thought he came out here to do. Ian Jackson was trying to put on a performance of his own, but ultimately it wasn't enough to even get him past the first round. That was a beautiful dunk with a lot of hang time. He got the highest vert out of all guards in the draft, and Scoot came with another beautiful baseline jam. This boy Scoot showing y'all he could get up and get flashy, but Shep almost stole the show with this 360 tomahawk. Came in second place, just like I expected. Scoot wins. Even though Denver left the country, me and Michael B still cool. He invited me to a premiere. We picked out suits that we gonna wear. We decided to go crazy with the suits that we gonna wear to his movie premiere. After the All-Star break, since we're in rebuilding, it's time to tank for the next couple of weeks, and I'm about to get deactivated after the 10 games of my contract, so I reach my threshold of 65 games, so I get my bonus. One of my final games of this season before I get deactivated, we going up against the Pelicans, and they start playing worse than us. I think they tanking too, just the way that they were giving us the ball with no hesitation. I played with Keegan Murray's twin since I've got here in Dallas. Obviously he's no Keegan, but Chris is no slouch on defense. He been holding us down all year long. I am having fun here in Dallas. I'm glad that they didn't trade me at the trade deadline. I'm getting my feet in the NBA, an actual comfortable role, actually filling out the team. I'm about to get real dominant. I'm seeing it now. I'm already getting comfortable. The game speed is coming naturally to me. This was me playing at half speed, and I was dissecting this Pelicans defense. If we look at the current standings, Houston made it to second overall since adding Luka, so he has been a huge impact to that team, and we are bottom of the West, so he made the right decision getting traded. Since we playing the Rockets next, I decided to let coach give me minimal minutes, and they got too many weapons. Kevin Porter as the sixth man, Isaiah as the starting point guard, Luka, Jalen Green. I thought we had a steal, so Isaiah knocks down that. I'm trying to come around a pick and roll, get to my spot. I started off slow this game. I started off real slow, but the second they put Luka in the game and Luka tried to guard me, oh, it was easy pickings. Luka is a liability on defense. He has none. But Jalen Green running a simple pick and roll. This Rockets team is the #1 in scoring. They average the most points in the league because they have so many young players that are fast, explosive, and they knock down their jumpers. This Rockets team will only get better, because Luka is used to carrying bums deep into the playoffs. And these players aren't bums he's with, they're just inexperienced. So once he gets them their playoff experience, it's only going to get worse for the next 5 years. I can see the Rockets dominating the league with Jabari being this athletic and a great rim protector. He get a lot of blocks. Okongwu setting that screen and I get to my spot and pull up. James Harden taught me a lot since being here for a year. Okongwu, we treating him like Clint Capella. Okongwu played in Atlanta with Clint. Okongwu playing with James Harden. So he basically like our Clint Capella, and it's been working out for him and us as a team. Me, I see Luka on me, so that just basically means go to work. I get to my spot on the court, pull up, bang. I love that. I love the confidence. James Harden been putting me on game on how to get to my spot easier, get the shots that I want. And that was a beautiful pass. Terrible receiver. Couldn't handle the pass I threw. We ultimately get blown out this game. Luka Doncic wins his first MVP award, carrying the Houston Rockets to the 2nd seed in the West. Ian Jackson wins Rookie of the Year, averaging 19 and 7 as a shooting guard. Anthony Simons averages 17 and wins 6th Man of the Year. Walker Kessler brings home Defensive Player of the Year for the first time. And last but not least, Okongwu wins Most Improved Player. Jumps from 9 points a game to 17 and 10. Fantastic improvement. Shep makes the all-defensive 2nd team. One of the first awards of his career. First round, they had a 3-0 lead against the Pacers, and the Pacers fought their way back by Tyrese dissecting their defense with passes. But Tyler Hero is having the best season of his career. Shep has been working on his jumper since he got in the league, and Dwayne Wade has took him under his wing. Miami loves Shep, and I am so jealous because I've never had love like that, and they never accepted me in any city I've been in so far. Miami takes that series, and now they got to play the Cavs. Darius Garland gets injured in the middle of this series, so Donovan Mitchell had to overcompensate and try to carry this team even more, and he just ran out of gas here at the finish line. He couldn't get his legs under him, missed a lot of shots, couldn't get the Cavs the win. Heat win in 6 games. Let's look at the Western Conference Finals. SGA get a steal. He's pushing it down. He finds Justin Edwards in the corner. Knocked down 3. Down 1. Nuggets pull up a 3, extend their lead. They've been dominating the Thunder all series, and here's why. Chet has been struggling to space the floor, so they've been helping off of Chet all series. LeBron fights for that steal, keeping his head up to SGA. LeBron has decided to take the secondary option here and just let SGA do what he got to do. It's his team, and Chet gets a beautiful pick and roll. Caldwell wide open, missed. Bronny with the rebound. Bronny hasn't been getting any minutes this whole series. Since Josh Giddey fouled out and they've been struggling with all their other guards, they decided to call on Bronny, and this is what he do when he get on the court. Catches a rebound and says, "I'ma keep it." He didn't even look to pass, go straight at Michael Porter, takes the contact high off the glass. Nobody is more excited than LeBron James himself. He couldn't even contain it in the middle of a game. Score is tied off of the inbound. They're struggling to get open. They find Bronny, gives it straight to SGA. SGA see him cutting, and beautiful alley-oop pass to take the lead that ultimately gets the Thunder their first win of the series. As a matter of fact, that was their only win of the series. Let's check on Shep on the brink of elimination. Shep only had 2 points the whole game, but he was mainly focusing on distributing and being a great defender against Jaylen Brown. 2nd team all defense for Shep, so defense is something he thrives himself on, so he loved the matchup of going against Jaylen. And Tatum and Brown are the best duo in the NBA, so he had to do his job on one of the top scorers in the league. Tatum gets open, misses that shot. Another one. They survived to game 7. Fourth quarter, game 7, it was the Tyler Hero, Jaylen Brown show. Every time Tyler scored, bang! Jaylen Brown came back on the other end to answer. Pull up. Bang! These boys were going bucket for bucket. Get to his spot, pull up. Tyler Hero been averaging 32 points this whole playoff run, and Jaylen Brown been averaging 30 all year long. Bang! He finally misses a shot. Jaylen said, this is time for us to answer, get Tyler on him and say, you too little, get him straight to the rack. Tyler got to get to his spot on the 3, pull up, knock down. Jaylen Brown, finally time to answer, waiting for the shot clock to get low. Beautiful high screen, get to his spot, pull up, miss it. Great rebound, but Tatum is another 30-point average sitting on the wing. Tyler Hero had no timeouts to get the ball down court, so the Celtics advance to the NBA Finals. Oh my goodness, this was a great series. Shep injured his knee in the middle of this game, so they needed him, but they didn't have him. The stage is set. Celtics Nuggets Finals. Nikola Jokic were too much to handle for the Celtics. He single-handedly dominated this series.
Williams comes in for Tatum. Okogie's checked in for Brown, and it's White in for Smart. That one falls.
Nuggets win this series in 6 games. Nikola has 3 MVPs and a championship ring to go along with it. And making Nikola a 3-time MVP and a finals MVP. One of the greatest centers to touch the NBA. Amazing ring ceremony. They all happy to have championship gold. As for me, the offseason kicked off and I started linking up with Chris Brinkley. Had to say what's up to my teammate James Harden, say what's up to everybody else, start bothering Jared Allen a little bit, telling him how to work on his form during his push-ups to help him get more strength, sitting on the sideline of the first game next to JaVale, and I'm ready to hoop for the game that they allowing me in. Now, Jimmy Butler, you know he goes 110% every time he on the court, always trying to make it competitive. Me get to my spot, miss, couldn't do nothing right there. I come back at James the next play, get a little scoop, easy layup. I love it. James trying to come at me off of a curl, miss his jump shot. James getting me in a pick and roll, drop pass to Jared Allen. That's what I like about the offseason. Players get to play how they usually don't in the NBA, like Danny Green taking a post fade. Me, I see James Harden go under my screen, and I've been working on new shooting mechanics. I'm using the new jump shot style this year that lets me shoot from further away with less energy in my legs. So now I get to use more arm on my jump shot, like Curry, Trae Young, Damian Lillard. The best jump shooters shoot this way, so it was only right that I adapt my mechanics to it. And that's the end of the run right there. We had fun. Speaking of shooting, I linked back up with my shooting coach, and we got to make sure my mechanics are perfect before the season start. We got access to an open gym in Indiana, and I get to work on my deep threes. The new shot is one fluid motion, which generates more power and more accuracy for limitless range threes, whereas my old shot gave me more lift to shoot over defenders. Like I said before, Lillard shoots like this, Trae Young shoots like this, and Curry shoot like this. That's how they're able to stretch the floor with their jump shooting so naturally, because it's one fluid motion. The NBA is expanding this season, moving the Grizzlies from the Southwest to the Southeast, making them an Eastern Conference team, as well as adding in the Seattle Supersonics, moving the Thunder to the Southwest. This will be the look of each conference this upcoming season. Before the expansion draft, CJ McCollum is not a protected player because they're trying to get rid of that $30 million contract. Will they pick him up? Oklahoma City having so much talent and draft picks, they had to get rid of one of their young players, and that was the first pick of the protection draft. Here's a look at the new Seattle Supersonics this upcoming season. First game of the season, and the 3rd overall pick Nasir versus the 1st overall pick Trey Johnson. Let's see if they could beat us. First play of the game, they try to run a pick and roll, intercepted, we run out ahead. I start turning on my jets, drop the pass to the rookie trying trying to get him involved early into the game, build his confidence in the NBA, letting him know that we are running our offense through him. We looking for a replacement for Luka immediately, and him being our third pick, top in the draft for scoring, he is definitely here to do one thing and one thing only: put the ball in the rim, and we're letting him do that, giving him free reign of the offense, pure ISO, letting him work, seeing what works for him, seeing what he can do. We running a pick and roll. Me, I could get my shot anytime I want. That's why I'm just trying to let Rookie cook. I'm at the point in my career where the NBA is comfortable to me. I got my job. Trey Johnson, his first shot of the game, off. Lovely. Rookie getting to the pick and roll, go under it, shoots that. His shot hasn't gotten a fall from 3 yet. Try it again. This time he takes a step in, nothing but net. Beautiful. Me, I get a steal, pushing it up in transition. I see Dorian in the corner, set his feet, and he knocks down that 3. Coach is constantly running this same screen for Nasir on that corner. He getting that shot to fall. He likes to shoot from the wings, so the coach is letting him cook from there. Me and Okongwu still having a connection from what we had last season, and Trey Johnson booms it on our head. Athleticism out the gym. Extremely talented and athletic. Why he was the #1 pick. Me getting to my spot, knocking it down. Nasir, beautiful, pure scorer straight out the draft. He dropped the 3rd because he lacks in every other area. He doesn't put much effort on defense. He doesn't pass the ball well. Speaking of passing, we going up against the best passer in the NBA, Tyrese Halliburton, dotting Christian Wood immediately. The way that the Pacers have built themselves a nice team, all they need is playoff success to solidify this dominance. I get Miles Turner switched on me and put him on an immediate island. Get to my spot, get the lay easy. I am dominating the league. Nasir coming off of a curl. He is a good catch and shoot, shoots off the dribble, can ISO and create his own shot. He just need to create shots for his teammates. He just need to show us effort on defense. And me running in transition, getting an easy layup, me crossing past Miles Turner, they hack me and I still get the shot to fall. Tyrese, shovel pass, wrap around. Tyrese started attacking me all 4th quarter because his team was losing. He said, I'm done passing. It's time for me to start scoring offensively. Tyrese is a dominant beast. Another shovel pass, knock down that 3. Me, pick and roll, give it to Nasir, and he booms straight on Mathern head. Mathern, whatever you want to call him. Anyway, basically the nail in the coffin. Nasir had Paul George 1v1 and he get to his spot and knock down the midi. The beautiful thing about this play is the push to create space and just pull up over Paul George to get us this win. As we go through the rest of November, we're going on a streak of winning and losing. We can't really catch a rhythm out here. We're looking very mid-tier, but when I touch down in LA, I link up with Michael and we just start talking about his opportunities, his roles, what he getting into. I'm telling him how the season going for me. We just hanging out and chilling. Lakers are in complete rebuild, and for us to lose to a rebuilding team, let us know that we basically need to be in rebuilding too, because we're not ready. This is going to be the first time we see the new look Supersonics this season, and they have the rookie that I was on team with in Sacramento. He got traded because of the Shep Owens situation, but I came out this game very passive, getting my teammates involved, but that didn't work out for us early because we got behind. Everybody missing shots, everybody struggling, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna take over the scoring load. I know what type of game it was based off this shot right here. It didn't feel good coming off my hands, but it knocked down very easily. In the off season, I was working on my vertical, and as you can see, I'm letting it go in the game. I usually don't dunk in traffic, but now I'm more confident taking off around people, and my bag is getting deeper. Interception here, pushing it, getting downhill and yamming very consistently. Before you know it, I'm gonna be a dunker. That's what I'm trying to get into. And ISO against my guy. Cameron could not guard me here. Cook him to the right, got him leaning left. I snatch and he is gone. Beautiful ankle breaker for that pull-up. CJ is way too slow guarding me off my first step. I get downhill to the rim and I yam that thing. It's only gonna get better from here. I never used to dunk, now I'm getting comfortable. CJ cooked me with a step back, beautiful shot. Ultimately, we win that game. I dropped my career high of 46. After that game, we go on a nice 3-game win streak before we lose to the defending champs in the Nuggets. Our team is very mid-level and we have 2 potential picks next year that could really improve our team. The game we going up against Shep Owens in the Miami Heat, and he comes out early cooking us. We can't do anything about the Miami Heat right now. They are a championship contending team and we are still rebuilding. So they jump out on us early. Shep Owens getting me in a pick and roll, spin to the cross, downhill through the contact, left-handed finish. That man Shep is a demon and Bam is proud of him. Shep is not easy to guard. He knocking down jumpers now. He can really space the floor, get to the rim whenever he want. He was on the all-defensive second team last year, but me, I'm still gonna find a way to get my buckets, hanging and double clutching around the rim. Shep get me in a hard pick and roll. Beautiful finish around the rim. Shep going downhill, fighting to get to the rim, goes up strong, easy finish. I'm always been smaller than him. I've been trying to put on weight each offseason, and I'm still just too little for Shep, and he's still having whatever he wants. We cut the lead down to 5, and this is where I try to make my impact. Get fouled and finish through the contact. We get our rookie back into the game. Now, time for me to go downhill, double clutching again on the opposite end of the rim. Tyler Hero said, enough of y'all. Bang! He is dropping 30 points a night right now, and this is why. Getting any shot he want to go whenever he feel like it. We lose to Miami. Shep was instantly happy to start making fun of me for getting my ankles broken early on in the game, and there's nothing that I can do about it. Let's keep this season rolling. We moving on through January, and this practice in particular, it gets a little more aggressive than usual. Nazir come out with aggression against the rest of us, telling us that we can't guard him, so he purely ISOing Finney. Bang! Dunking over him. Said, I'm tired of sitting in the corner, so I come bring help. He said, there's nothing that y'all could do. We gonna keep running the same play. You help, I'm hitting whoever helping off. He's running with the backup unit and making things work against our starting lineup. He is getting straight downhill, and we finally get a stop on Nas in a backup unit. Other than that, we going up against the Pelicans, lose that, and Michael B talks to me after the game, just chopping it up, nothing too serious. He told me don't get my head down about this losing season. Next game we focused on is against the Utah Jazz in the new look that they've put together. After having the Rookie of the Year, the Defensive Player of the Year, they decided to add LaMelo Ball to Utah. Now they got weapons all over the court, and we got to try and stop it. And we already starting off fumbling everything. The whole team can't get anything right. We have been mad at each other. The whole team has been out of sync. Terrible chemistry. Nothing has been working for us ever since that practice where Nas tried to take over and show us that he's the top scorer. Ian Jackson was knocking down every jump shot. Nas trying to get downhill, throw the dot to Okongwu. Okongwu fumbling with the ball, misses the layup. Ian Jackson ain't taking no prisoners. Another pull-up, knocked down in his face. We couldn't do anything to stop him. He put up 30 on us. Nas gets the ball against Lauri Markkanen, get him to jump. Don't know what that is, but he missed it anyway. Ian Jackson still going straight at us, knocking down another three-pointer. Finally, Nas gets something to fall, but it's too little, too late. I decide to walk off the court with Tom still sparing. This team is in utter disarray. To make the situation worse, the very next game, Rookie don't even show up for it, and the reporter is talking about animosity amongst the team, so now it's getting public. We got the media talking about our team, speculating about the problems going on inside of our organization. I gotta get away from it, so I'm gonna go to the club. Since Rookie got suspended for missing games in practice, we end up losing most games leading into the All-Star break. I decided to show up to the rookie sophomore game to show support to Nas, even though he not starting and we not on the best terms. But this Seek-Yoko combo is looking good. Brooklyn Nets are in good hands with this good point guard and this potential good center. Look at how they throwing lobs and how they catching it with each other. This is going to be a good future for the Nets. With all the free days after the All-Star weekend, we finally get back to practice and the media are watching us closely because of all the drama that's been happening around our team. We come together as a team to have a meeting so we could fix all the problems we're having as a unit, man. We got to get back as one. Coach sits down with me, my sister, and my agent, and we talking about how I'm going to be the new captain of this team just so I can make sure the whole team stay on track, stay on point. I'm the point guard, I'm the leader. Everything gotta revolve around me. I gotta make sure Rookie get his head on straight. I gotta put this team back together. It's all on me. It's my team now. The chemistry of our team is better, but we're still losing games. We go up against the Rockets here. Luka left us, and every time we play them, we got a chip on our shoulder to get these wins. But the Rockets are the second best team in the league, so literally Luka made the best decision, and we literally can't compete with this team. But that don't mean I'm not going to come out here and fight every single time we go up against them. But Luka getting this screen from Jabari, we collapse on Luka, easy pass to Jabari, knocking it down. Luka running out in transition, gets to step on our rookie, finishes at the rim. This is nothing we could do against this team. I get Isaiah on my hip, and I knock that down beautifully. Ultimately, we lose this game by a blowout. That win pushes the Rockets into the first seed and clinches their play-in. Chicago's second in the NBA, and we are 9th in the West. We could make the play-in if we keep up this ranking. Hopefully. Nikolai's leading the NBA in the MVP race. This could be dangerous if he wins. But it's more likely for Jason Tatum to win it this year because the Nuggets are in the top 10 team. I don't know why Isaiah up here, but that should be Luka. Jaylen Brown is also in the race, and Joel Embiid. Trey Johnson is currently leading the rookie race over my teammate Nasir, and Basala is in third, so we'll see who wins the Rookie of the Year the second half of this season. Sixth man looking like Benedict got it in the bag, followed up by Kevin Porter and also Terry Rozier on the New Look Kings. I'm getting a little buzz around my name, and they gave me the cover of a magazine. I'm getting more endorsements now. As the season comes to a close, we need to make sure we stay in at least the 10th spot so we make the play-in. One of the few times I'm coming back to the Sacramento Stadium since I've been traded from here. Let's get this game underway. I'm so amped to play them. When we get out here, absolute destruction happens to our team. Turnover, they pushing it in transition, find Sabonis running a slow fast break. Rookie is frustrated with me in that turnover. So I said, you know what, Rookie? You want to tell me how to run the offense? You go ahead and run it. Show us how it's supposed to be done. He called for a high pick and roll, twin on twin over there. He tries to ISO Keegan. Let's see what he doing with him. Crossover top. Floater, miss. And that's what I expected out of Rookie, man. He need to know his place. He got too much of an ego here, and Keegan comes right back and attacks him at the rim. But who am I to talk, because De'Aaron is right at me. De'Aaron a better version of me, Keegan a better version of him, and we just gotta make sure we improving as a team. We gotta work together. So I'm attacking Terry, getting to the rim, tough finish. This time I'm attacking De'Aaron behind the back, going downhill. Hey! Almost yam that thing. I'm telling y'all, I've been working on my vert all off season. When I get in my prime, I'm gonna be a problem in this league, because now I'm attacking the rim with physicality. And when I am cooking, I got a crazy bag. Keegan is in a league of his own this season. He is dominating the NBA. His first season averaging over 20, and De'Aaron almost punched this thing. Crossover on me, spin on Dorian, and then tried to punch it on his head. De'Aaron is wild. We lose by a lot. We ain't have a chance against them. We ran out of that building, the embarrassment they put us through. MVP award goes to Luka Doncic. This is his second one in a row. Rookie of the year goes to Trey Johnson, and he just tore his Achilles for the season. Sixth man goes to Benedict. He was going crazy off the bench. Defensive player goes to Joel Embiid, first one in his career. Most improved player goes to Ron Holland because he wasn't getting any playing time in Memphis. Seattle, being an expansion team, got to make use out of a talent. Ime Udoka wins Coach of the Year after the situation in Boston, which he got fired from, and the Rockets picked him up and led them to the best record in the NBA. Now it's time for the NBA playoffs, and we finally have an option to play. We are in the play-in as the 10th seed, the very last option. Let's see what we can do against the San Antonio Spurs. Wembanyama been out most of this year with an injury, so we lucked out as him returning for the postseason. All that means is we gotta cook, and it's time for me to get to my spot and pull up. Wembanyama can't guard me in that pick and roll, but we can't guard him ISO. Okongwu is too short. He's only 6'9". Even though Wembanyama didn't attack that, he still get a three-pointer to go, and I love that rookie stopped on a dime. Wembanyama and Okongwu are getting physical with each other. This is playoff level basketball before the playoffs started. Wembanyama get punched in the mouth, and he punches him right back in the mouth on a dunk. Them two getting physical. We had to put Kaminsky in the game to give more height against Wembanyama. So that means Wemby gonna start dribbling from the three-point line. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. We telling them good job. You only out here to foul them and just put a body on them. You can't ask for much more, and Rookie is cooking down there on the block, and Wemby is cooking from the three-point line, walking him down to the paint, drawing more fouls. This is not good for us. Most centers can't shoot. Wemby is a great shooter, so when you get him to that line, he knocking it down, so that don't mean nothing. Right here, we use that height to our advantage, and Wemby didn't put a shot up. 3 seconds in the key. That's great size from Kaminsky, but Okongwu the same height as they power forward Mattis, and he get the cooking. Okongwu too slow. That's why Okongwu our center, but he too slow. But Mattis isn't strong enough to keep Okongwu athleticism. Don't matter. Mattis is a bucket. He made the All-NBA third team in his second year so far. Mattis has been a dominant player. 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, 500 assists, 100 steals, 100 blocks. Mattis is a walking bucket. He is a hooper, and we are trying to combat that the best we can out here. I spin into the screen of the rookie spot up, brick. I tell him, it's okay. Don't worry about that. We got your back. As long as you out here hooping, we gonna make up for it. And just like that, Hardy gets a steal the very next possession. We making up for our teammates' mistakes. I sag off my matchup just a little bit. Bang! Confidence. That's what you need out here. Spin, step back, pull up. Rookie couldn't get it to go, but we cleaning up his mistakes. We telling him, stay confident, keep shooting, we'll make up for it, and he is getting to the rim. Knowing that his team got his back has given Cunningham more confidence in this fourth quarter, and there's nothing that Okongwu can do against Victor. So now, Cunningham is attacking this rim crazy. He is in his bag this fourth quarter, man. As for Okongwu, we had to get him out the game. Now Kaminsky back on Victor, and Victor can't get to the rim, so he just spacing the floor like he usually do. Victor is too much of a weapon. Since Okongwu is too small for Victor, we put somebody bigger on him. So Victor gonna start dribbling now. Victor got a bag, bro. He is too much of a weapon. You put a small center on him, he backs him down and shoots over him. You put a bigger defender on him, he start dribbling the ball and taking him to the rim. What you want us to do with Victor, man? I call for his pick and roll with Rookie. Rookie has been attacking the rim rim all quarter, and he ain't stopping now. Shovel pass to Victor, floater over the top. This man is unguardable, bro. I blow by D'Angelo, got a clear lay. I get scared of Victor blocking the shot. He affects my layup. Kamitsky keeping him out the paint, so he just tosses the ball in over his head. This man Victor crazy, but it's time for me to get even crazier. We need to win this game. Victor driving hard on Kamitsky, gets straight to the rim with a layup. We haven't stopped him yet, but neither has D'Angelo on me. Get to my spot. I'm not scared of him blocking my shot this time. We need this win. Victor 1v1 with Kamitsky. He fouls him, and we say, you know what? We gonna take our chances with Okongwu out there. We fumble the pass. We are scrambling around. I throw it to Twin. Twin spots up. Pows that shot. We needed that to get the 1 point lead. They instantly inbounded to Victor, but we got a smaller person that can keep up with his ball handling. Hey, it don't matter. This man rises up over two of us and knocks in the layup. Are you crazy? He shovels past Okongwu and throws up the layup over Hardy. Me, I get to my spot on the 3-point line. This is what I've been practicing all off season. This is why I changed my jumper. Missed the shot. We out the play-in. We out the playoffs. Victor drops 39. We couldn't guard him at all. Now that the play-in is over for us, let's just get through the rest of the playoffs. The Rockets made it out the West, and as for the East, it was an absolute blowout between the Pacers and the Sixers. Kawhi Leonard being one of the best players for the Sixers, he got injured, so they were unable to play at full health, which gave the Pacers the needed edge to knock out the Game 7. Straight into Game 1, the Rockets did not mess around. 141 points put up to get this win. They came out on fire. They have a mission, and they are making sure they win this NBA Finals. Jumping straight into Game 2, and it's more of the same. The Rockets imposing their dominance on the NBA. They put up a lot of points, and it is very hard to stop this young, athletic team. They have a lot of talent, and they have a good amount of shooters that if you leave them open, they knock down their shots. Moving into Game 3, the Pacers up the ante and come back and get their first win. Rease scores 35 and 12 assists, and Benedict drops 44 points, making sure that they get this win, putting up points in a large amount. Luka Doncic scoring only 28. They couldn't win that game. Rockets go on to win Game 4, and let's check out the outcome of Game 5. Indiana has a team that's not going away easily. Rease throwing a behind the back pass, looping back around, coming to get the ball again, waiting for that high screen. They have a lot of offensive talent led by Rease. Bang! He knows when to flip the switch trying to score. And Luka, you know he gonna get buckets whenever he feel like it. Paul George step back, bang! After that, they played a free throw game, and they're trying to edge out a victory over the Rockets. No more timeouts. They try to get the ball inbounded, advance the ball up court. Feet set, not a good shot. Ultimately, the Pacers win Game 5, putting the series at 3-2. Game 6 wasn't a wasted game either. Both teams came out on fire, attacking each other from the start. Very physical, very violent. They know if the Pacers lose, they never get a chance at this championship, so they not going out easy. Rease is trying to motivate his team. They are locked in. Let's take it to the fourth quarter, where Isaiah Collier get a step through, beautiful layup. Pacers not going away easy. Draw the defense in, kick it out to Benedict. Beautiful hit from Benedict. He had 44 tonight. Jalen Green dissecting the defense, getting inside the paint, kicking it out to Isaiah, wide open, beautiful knockdown jumper. Young team that hit their shots, that's how they made it this far in the playoffs. In the final possession of the game, they let Jalen have it. Luka over there being tightly guarded by Paul George, they letting Jalen see what he can do, pull up, miss. I don't know why they didn't get it to Luka. Anyway, in the overtime, the Pacers fell apart. They struggled to get anything going. They couldn't figure out their offense. Maybe it's bad coaching, maybe the nerves got to them, but they couldn't get a good thing going in the overtime, which led to the Houston Rockets winning the NBA Finals, led by Luka Doncic dropping 55 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 assists. 50-point triple-double in a seal-out game. Give him the Finals MVP. After a dominating NBA Finals from the Houston Rockets, I decided to go back home during the off season and visit my family back where we grew up. Went to go visit my grandparents after all the traveling I've been doing. Me and my sister wanted to talk to them about finally moving from their location because they always chose to stay here. They never wanted a new house. Now we pretty much forcing them to move and they ain't got a choice. Now that I finally signed the papers with my real estate agent, we can officially move our grandparents into their new house. I hope they love it. As far as NBA news, LeBron, Stephen Curry, and James Harden all retire in the year 2026. Meaning LeBron's 23, number 6 in Miami, and number 6 in LA all gets retired. As for changes around the NBA, the Kings get brand new jerseys starting this year. As far as the current map of the NBA, they officially added the second expansion team to Las Vegas, Nevada, and they are the Las Vegas Jacks. With the expansion draft, they was able to grab Drew Holiday, who is 36 years old and only has 1 year left on his contract, so that's how he ended up here. And they also was able to get Tyus Jones, who has 1 year left on his contract, so they have potential to build here, but it's only going to be for a year. Let's see what they could do after that. Expansion teams automatically get 5th pick, which makes us fall to 6 from our Rockets trade. The New York Knicks get the 1st pick in the draft and they choose Cameron Boozer, the son of Carlos Boozer, and he's a great offensive power forward. The Knicks fans are super excited that they get a 1st pick since Patrick Ewing. The number 2 pick in the draft is the all-around power forward Cooper Flagg, and the 3rd pick in the draft went to the Utah Jazz and they select Marcus Johnson, the point guard. 2026 free agency. My contract is up, so it's time for me to sit down with the Mavericks and renegotiate a whole new deal. And they offer me a 5-year, $200 million contract. I signed that. The Mavericks are making me the face of the franchise and they willing to give me anything I want. I say bring me the trainer from Sacramento that I had in the rookie year. That was my guy. And they went out and got Xavier here in Dallas. Fired our old head coach, he went to the Knicks, and they bring in the coach I had from Syracuse as our new assistant coach. They giving me everything to feel comfortable here in Dallas. Let's go. First game of the season and we got Cole Pete in our starting lineup. He's starting over Twin, even though Twin had a great last season. We want to see what rookie can do. He had a great summer league and a great preseason. He come off and set the first point for us, but Anthony answered back with a 3. Then Shaden Sharp answers with a 3. Then Scoot gets downhill on me right here and jumps straight on my head. Beautiful dunk. I couldn't keep up with his athleticism. Scoot is a dangerous player and he just bang that so effortlessly. I gave him no airspace. Then he blows by me again and dunks on my teammate now. And now we trying to send a message. Elbow straight to his chest. Okongwu letting him know calm down with all that rim aggression because I am down here. Gave him an elbow. He got a technical, but that sent the message straight to Scoot to let him know to calm down. And Scoot really did change his message because after that we went on a run, and I'm getting downhill at the rim. Look how the ball touched Cunningham, touch rookie, touch me. Our brand new coach got the ball moving beautifully between us, got more of a team game. We working more as a team now because our last coach had us going against each other instead of working together. I like the way this team looking. Beautiful handoff to a nice three from me. We have so many different options here, and we are working together as one unit. We come out here and attacking the Blazers. Me, I go on a 8-0 run by myself. They didn't have an answer for me. I get downhill, faked the handoff, didn't see it coming, they had to foul me. That was my 8 points. I hit the bench. Then in the fourth quarter, drop pass to Nas, and he banging that thing. I went player of the game after I put up 32 points, 13 assists, and Nas had 31 himself. Our team is well put together. We got some older players on our team, such as Harrison Barnes, who just came back to mentor Nas Cunningham. Harrison Barnes been to the NBA Finals, he's been on a championship level team. He knows what it takes. And we got Tim Hardaway mentoring Cole Pete this year to play more around the perimeter and show him how to score in the league. Dirk was a mentor to Luka because they were teammates and he loved Luka, their best friends, but that's not going to stop him from wanting to tap in with our young core now. He in the gym with Nas, working on his post game, working on his inside moves. Nas is going to come into his own this season, and I am ready. Shep hopping straight off the bus. You know me and Shep got history. Every time we play against each other, feel like a playoff game, and this one is no different. Bang! Straight off the first play, Hardy gets straight to the rim. I follow that up. Shep don't understand I've been putting weight on just so I could take him on. He has always been stronger than me, and that's why I've been in the weight room. Now he is getting a backdoor cut. I'm chasing them around everywhere. The Heat added Kyrie Irving, so they are really trying to make a championship push this season. In and out, easy lob to my boy Okongwu. Complete athlete. Look how he jumping out the gym. Head is basically at the rim for that alley-oop. I'm loving how our team is coming together, but like I'm saying, we're coming together. We ain't already here yet. Miami is a team that's basically there. They looking to compete for a championship, and we looking to compete for a playoff spot. That's what we trying to do. Anyway, spin, snatch between the leg, get downhill, easy wraparound pass. Come on, man. I am the face of the team for a reason. I'm showing the Mavericks they made a great choice. Head fake from Cunningham. Oh, that's a good lay. Him working with Dirk is what I like to see for our whole team. Lob to Nas. He is jumping. He is athletic himself. Don't get surprised by his athleticism. Insane wingspan he has, Okongwu. Easy put back hair, muscling through Tyler Hero. He never had a chance to get that rebound. He just jumped all over him. I'm loving my team. We need experience. That's all we need. This is our first time going to Las Vegas to play the new expansion team, Jax. Listen, they don't have good players at all. They are starting off 2-11 in the NBA, the worst record. Even the Supersonics didn't start this bad with the expansion team they had. They caught the short end of the stick, and we are playing just as bad, and coach is frustrated with all of us. We could not find a shot to go, so I just start dishing that thing. I set my career high in assists tonight because they couldn't stop the rest of our team from moving. I wasn't hitting my shots, but us working together is how we got this victory. We couldn't hit our shots as a team, but when we started moving that ball around, we started finding easier opportunities to score, and we scratch out this win shooting terribly. As we advance later into the season, we made a trade with the Atlanta Hawks. We traded away Chris Murray, a good rebounding power forward for us, and Usman, also another good rebounder. These players didn't get much minutes, and we picked up Sadiq Bey for his defense to give us more defense on our team. As we go later into the week, me and Michael B go to look at the billboard sitting in Dallas to welcome their new all-star, me. I made my first all-star selection and I get drafted by my former teammate, Team Luca. But I can't escape Shep Owens. He made his first all-star game as well. Denver came back out to America, so we decided to link up with him and celebrate me making the all-star game, so we all go to get drinks. After this, I decided to go check out Nas's rookie sophomore game, United States versus the world. Nas was having a field day out here, throwing lobs, getting to his spot on the court, pulling up. He was just having fun. The United States team was better than the world. #1 draft pick Cameron Boozer getting blocked at the rim, kicks it out the Cooper flag, pull up, knocked down. That was an easy win for them. This is my first time ever checking into an all-star game. I come out there real simple, real relaxed and chill, throwing lobs up to Paolo. Just keeping it simple, not doing too much. Our team already got the lead, trying to test my range. Missed that one. But when Shep checks into the game is when things get real. We gotta go 1v1. Mano y mano. You know that I had to call out Shep in the all-star game, but I come out missing every single shot I put up, and Shep getting downhill at me, step through, simple lay. I'm taking jumpers, he going to the rim. I'm putting this man on the island, dancing, trying to snatch him, crossing him. He got me clamped all the way around. I do a fade over the top, missed the fade as well. Shep calling for a screen, pull up the three, knocking down that. Now Shep got me on the island, calling for another screen, trying to jump over Paolo. I'm coming back at him. I'm gonna get a bucket here tonight before it's over. I missed another one, man. I'm frustrated. I am not hitting any one of these shots, and Shep got me looking stupid. And it doesn't end. Pull up from the midi, knock down, and look at Shep having the time of his life. He is cooking me on the biggest stage. But other than that, the All-Star game was good. The All-Star game was a fun event besides me embarrassing myself in the 1v1s against Shep. Giannis throwing down this beautiful between the leg dunk. Me trying to throw a bounce pass lob. Kaminga take that and do a windmill 360. Oh my God. That is insane. And they are having a good time over there. Me finally knocking down a shot from range. Other than that, we end up losing this game. There was nothing I could do. I was embarrassing myself. Anthony Edwards comes home with All-Star Game MVP. He had a fantastic game. Now that the All-Star Game is over, I get the well-needed rest I wanted, and then I end up calling the girl over so I could finally cut her out of my life. Now with her gone, I could start focusing more on my basketball, and then I could put more time and effort into this new girl I'm talking to, my real estate agent. I gotta make moves and I gotta do what I gotta do. We are making changes starting now. It's the All-Star break and it's time for us to get this thing going. Me and Coach are talking about new schemes and game plans and ideas we got for our team. I'm the face. He running everything through me first before we actually implement it. And everything we talked about led to success in the second half of this season. We starting off with a 5-game win streak right after the All-Star break. Let's get into these playoffs. First thing first, the MVP of the season is Paolo Banchero, leading his team to the best record in the NBA, averaging 25 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. Cooper Flag wins Rookie of the Year. He edged out Cameron, dropping 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Joining only Michael Jordan, LeBron, Luka Doncic, and Tyreke Evans to average these numbers as a rookie. Isaiah Elohim is the 6th man of the year for the Supersonics. And Shep Owens wins Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 2 steals and a block a game. The coach of the Thunder wins Coach of the Year because this rebuild of the Thunder has been incredible. Now it's time for the NBA playoffs, and our team is the 8th seed in the play-in. Let's see if we can beat the Rockets for that 7th seeding. Lucky for us, they don't have Luka. He's out with an injury. But Okongwu is also out with an injury, so we both are playing without full strength. Anyway, the Rockets come out to a slow start without their MVP player, Luka. We go on a 10-0 run against them. Absolute destruction against them in the first quarter. Look at how I'm pushing it down. Drawing a foul, lovely. Jalen Green trying to put the whole team on his back. You're gonna have to play as a team with us because we're collapsing on everything. Struggling to follow through on his jumper. Nas is cutting through. Bang, right over Zubac. Let's go, boys. We kick it up to a 20-point lead. Rookie drawing a foul. They don't have an answer for us. But throughout the game, they fight the lead back and they take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now we're playing from behind after blowing a 20-point first half lead. Let's see how we can get this. The score is only 2. I'm cutting through the middle, get an opening for my shot to tie the game up. I miss it, and they missed the put-back dunk. Jalen Green running out in transition, advance pass, pull up in 3. A 3 in transition like that? You know Jalen Green start taking over the game. First quarter, him taking over the game wasn't working. Second quarter, it did. Twin was having a struggling shooting performance, but it ultimately didn't matter because we end up losing the game with no Luka, man. Coach lets us have it after the game, blowing a 20-point lead against a team without their MVP player. Now we gotta run it back in another play-in game, this time against the Phoenix Suns. Durant is older, so it should be pretty easy to take advantage. They collapse on me, I kick it out, knock down Nasir, up 5-0, going downhill. I'm like, who this little boy in front of me? Straight bully ball, proud of our 7-0 start. But if you remember, we had the lead last time and we blew it. So this time, we gonna make sure we secure our lead. We only was leading through one quarter. They end up catching up to us because we got no interior. Okongwu is injured and we traded away our other center, so we really have nobody down in the paint, and they just keep attacking us down there and we have no answers to stop it. Even when we miss a shot, we can't get our own rebounds because we don't have enough size down there. And bang, getting boomed on is Sadiq Bey, the man we traded for. And DeAndre Ayton is having a field day. He looking like Wilt Chamberlain back in the day, the way that we can't keep him off the glass and we can't keep him out the paint. We're even struggling to get easy rebounds. We don't have any big men right now. Okongwu is hurt, but we have to develop our offense out of thin air. We are working from the muscle at this point, and I break Killian Hayes' ankles right there. Tween and stop on a dime had him kept going. He didn't expect me to stop when I did. Cook that man. Throwing a lob to Cade Cunningham. Our offense has to overpower our defense, and we are in full attack mode, so much so that I'm jumping straight into the chest of players. We ain't playing around anymore. KD creating separation, gives his team a tie up. 13 seconds left. They get it to me, step back on Devin Booker for the game. That's how you win a game. Last year in the play-in, I missed the game winner. This year, I make up for it. We making a playoff. Round 1 is against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they have such an amazing playoff atmosphere. The fans don't sit down until the first basket is scored for the Thunder. I collapse on my own teammate, bringing my defender towards him, which gets him ripped. I clean it up. That gives him an easy run to the lay. Let's go, Cole. Let's go, Cole. Shea Gildress is a game time decision, and the first game of the series really don't matter, so he decided to sit out. He might be here next game. They gonna keep us questionable, so we are always had that idea in the back of our mind. But until then, Josh Giddey is putting the team on his back. Drop pass to Cunningham. I dropped down to help on Jalen, which leaves Anthony open. I thought I could recover in time. I absolutely could not. Anthony crossing over, getting downhill, simple layup, killing me. I am playing terrible defense right now. In and out from Hardy, lob pass intercepted. We got a lead and we are throwing it away in front of our very eyes, and they are lobbing it. Another play here for Chet Holmgren. We got a center that we had to pick up in free agency because we have lack of big men. There was nothing we could do against this Thunder team, and we are struggling. But I knocked down Bronny and finished this contact layup for an and one. Bumped through the contact and still have enough discipline to finish. Getting downhill, throwing it up the peak. Let's go. I got Chet on me, easy mismatch, blow right by him, but Anthony Black with the punch help. Now they pushing it down in transition. Anthony Black finds himself open, knocking down another three-pointer. The lead is up to 9 against us. Giddey finds an open off the curl, knocked down 3. The lead is 10. Anthony Black gets downhill, knocked down again. Anthony Black gave me 19 points tonight, and coach had to talk to us because they didn't like our performance. Very next game, Shea is back in the lineup, bro. That was our game to steal, and we lost. Now he back in the lineup. I'm guarding Shea, and they gonna let him ISO me the first play of the game. Good help defense. We trying to push it up in transition, give it to Nas. Little spin move, set his feet, pull up. Brick. Listen, man, we are in a bad situation. Justin Edwards coming off of a screen, knocked down. They have full power, and they won 60 games this year. We don't have an answer for this because we lost to them without Shea. Shea spinning on me, left hand lay. Anything he want, he getting. So I decide to start guarding Mikal Bridges. Mikal start putting me in a pick and roll, and that leads to another easy basket. No matter what we do, we don't have an answer for them. I'm the liability. I block Shea, they get it back. I contest Mikal. I'm thinking to myself, all right, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can guard Mikal down here on the block if that's what they're going to do with him. And Nas getting to the rim. If I can guard this pick and roll, we good. Obviously, I can't. Easy foul. They gonna keep attacking it. So, I'll have to guard somebody else, and Rookie trying to tell me how to pick up on the pick and roll, how to be down on the block. We not doing that. We call a timeout to get our defense together because we need to find these matchups right now. Transition offense right here. That's how I ended up on Shea, and this is the exact reason why I can't be on Shea, because I have no size or ability to stop him. Shea take me to the left, snatch me back, drive hard, pull up over the top of me, trying to do my best without fouling. Shea misread the pick and roll, which leads to an easy steal and an easier dunk in transition for us. On the other end, Giddey miss a jumper, leads to another transition for me. I see Chet down there, shot blocker, had to adjust in mid-air to avoid the 7-foot shot blocker. Beautiful finish around the rim. I'm telling you, we gotta cook. Cunningham pushing over Mikal, good layup. Shea getting in the pick and roll, get to his spot, knocked down. It's so hard to guard Shea. I'm trying to pick him up, drop past to Chet. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to tell y'all. And this is our problem. We lost our 2 rebounders of our team. Now we getting rebounded by every team we go up against, as I'll get a beautiful dunk in the lane. Get my head down and rise up. Shea in a pick and roll with Hardy, get around him easily and bang it at the rim. Shea is having a field day in his return. They beat us by 23. Shea put up 30. This is the look around the NBA of the current series. As y'all know, we in game 3, so let's get straight into it. I'm coming straight out this tunnel ready for war. We need to win at home. The Thunder secured home. It's time for us to secure home. The playoffs are not a good series until the home team loses. The Thunder did their job securing their home court. Now it's our job to secure home. And Gildress came out on display. Why we can't guard him, I don't know. He was making every correct pass. We were turning the ball over. Giddey running out ahead of Hardy, bullying over me. It don't matter. We trying to get buckets, throwing the ball away. I'm diving into the audience. We are trying our best and we are struggling, and I'm telling y'all there's nothing we could do against this Thunder team. Chet bullying past Cunningham. Me crossover, getting downhill. I try to get fancy, and Chet saw that. The coach said, you going to the bench because of that. We down and you throwing flashy passes? Our bench unit got us back in the game, and then coach put me back out there. I'm still struggling on defense, but ultimately my offense is what keeps me on that court, and we get a block, advance it to me 1v3 right here, and I still managed to come away with a bucket for us. Josh Giddey clamped me on my behind the back, put his hands up so I went under them hands. That's a tough lay. Cross, couldn't handle me. I'm getting downhill. Look at our defense here. Fading away, great defense, but Chet is too big. Cut the lead to 1 with 12 seconds left. Both of our centers are injured. We're left to the free agent we signed before the playoffs. Chet Holmgren drops it to Shea, and Shea ties the game up with 2 seconds left. Brand new coach this year. He never been in a situation in the NBA like this. Draw up a play for me, and I just pull that thing. Are you dumb? 2 game-winning shots, 1 postseason. We secure home court. At least game 1. But listen, we secure it. Made Shea think I was going to keep dribbling. He overextended. Rease is knocking it down. We have a lot of momentum coming into this next game, as well as the Thunder came out with something to prove that we're not good enough, and they absolutely go on a tear. We couldn't get anything started. We get down big early, and there was nothing we could do after that. This just sums up the game right here. Simple pick and roll into a terrible shot attempt. They get the ball on the other end, get into their offense, and naturally they just get open. Double screen for Shea, easy run to the rim. Nothing we could do against this team. The lead gets blown into. Nobody's putting any real effort into this game anymore. It's just garbage time. We know this game over with, so we might as well just pad some stats to try and make it look like we ain't lose that bad when the history books rewrite this story. I need y'all to understand we tried our best, but our best wasn't good enough. We lose game 4 at home. Teams have come back from 3-1 deficits, so this isn't impossible. Let's get into it. Chet hyperextended his knee earlier in this series, so we instantly go to our big man. He's standing 7'3", 240 pounds, and he just a big body. That's a lot of weight on Chet. Chet faster, so he getting steps on him, but through the whole game, we just said Chet is their weak link. Get him in foul trouble. He had no lift in his jumper. We just gonna keep attacking the rim. No matter what, just get to that rim. We see weakness in their defense, so that's what we're going towards. They got a mismatch here, tried to snatch the pass. You're too little, Justin. He's 7'3", just throw it up and he going. Get that thing. For him to be a free agent that we picked up just to have extra roster spot, he done his job perfectly. Just hack Shep and just stand close to the rim and let the ball just go up. Like, just get close to the rim, and as easy as that. Just stand in front of the rim and jump. That's all you gotta do. That's why big men are so important, and me so dangerous in a pick and roll that Chet is scared of that pass, but me being too small for Justin Edwards there. We lose this possession. I get to my spot, full up, bang, knocked down. We got a 3-point lead here, and I'm looking to the mismatch once again. They have not had an answer from my center the whole game, and they still don't. He is doing the most simple level basketball, and the Thunder can't answer it. They trap the pick and roll, which means they can foul our center. Our center is a terrible free throw shooter. He was on the free agency list for a reason. He has absolutely no talent other than his giant height. So listen, the Thunder are in a position right here to really cut into this lead, and somehow we leave Shea open for a millisecond and he finds space to shoot. Another possession, Giddey, bang! Bang! Knock down another 3. Cut our lead to 1. Miles Bridges try to put a shot up. Missed that. Our center catches the board. You know he missing every single free throw. You know he ain't got a chance to hit any one of them. They don't have any more timeouts. Justin Edwards don't look to pass. Looking for a hero shot. Absolute air ball. The series is now 4-2. We can take this to 7 games if that's what they really want to do. Kicking off game 6, let's get right for it. Shea, catch me on the screen, get straight to the rim. I end up on him at the start of the game, but that's not our matchup. Shea getting open again, bucket. This whole first quarter was the Shea show, and there was nothing we could do. Hey, Justin Edwards caught me backdoor, screen, pull up. Chet tried to guard me. All he gotta do is stand around the rim and let the best passer in the NBA deliver that pass to my center, and that's all that she wrote. As he's punching Shea's jump shot right there, crossing up, lobbing him. For him to be a free agent, he came to this team and did his job that we asked of him all playoffs. He didn't expect to get any minutes, and now he is a vital point to our pick and roll offense. Come on, man. Me getting to the rim, no foul. Okay, that's how they playing. That's how the referees playing. Anthony Black getting straight downhill, easy layup. Me getting downhill with Sadiq back to me. I don't know why I'm so hesitant to shoot right now. I gotta pull. Justin Edwards off a curl, easy hit. Hezzy, good high screen. Trying to see who opens. Sadiq in that corner. Bang! Let's go. Nas got the ball right here. Walking down Bridges. Snatch. Pull up. Bang! That's a good hit. Just snatched between his legs and pulled up. Beautiful. Knocked down Nas in full effect right now. He really going crazy this whole third quarter. Easy handoff. Nas is looking fantastic in his second season in the NBA. Me leaving Justin Edwards, I'm doing a terrible job. Off-ball assignments, on-ball assignments. My defense is terrible. Shea putting that body to me. Can't guard him. Fourth quarter, a minute left. Knock down Nas. Bang! Cuts the lead to 2, but we gotta start fouling here. Shea Gildress knocks down both of his shots, and us being an inexperienced team, we make a mistake of inbounding the ball before the timeout, and then we throw a turnover, completely ruining our chances of even making a comeback to win this. We lose game 6 and get eliminated from the playoffs. On the East, it's the Battle of Florida to see who making it to the finals. Miami end up pulling it off, and seeing Shep raise that trophy is pissing me off. They will be going up against the Denver Nuggets, and I'm telling you, Kyrie Irving came out on a mission. They were not trying to lose. Kyrie got everything to prove. People saying he can't win a ring without LeBron, and he trying to prove it here in this series. But their success didn't last long, because that's the only game they currently won in this series. In game 5, the Nuggets came out in attack mode. They got the lead and not letting it go so far through the whole game. It's only a 5-point lead though, until Nikola hit this pick and pop 3. Shep said, I'm not going out without a fight. A 360 and 1 layup in the NBA Finals. That's the thing about us New York Hoopers. Our layup packages are insane. But it wasn't enough to get the Heat this win, and the Nuggets win their second championship. This is looking like a modern era dynasty for them. I gotta break this up in Dallas. I gotta turn this team into a championship level team. We need this. After losing to OKC last season, we begin in the 2028 offseason. Team USA is recruiting for the Olympics, and I get a call. They want me to try out. So far, this team got a lot of stacked players. America is looking to come home with the gold. I'm gonna have to compete between Halliburton and Shep to get a spot on the Olympic roster as a point guard. Trae Young is already the starter for the Olympic team, so we competing to get a spot behind him. Kicking off the scrimmage, I gotta go up against Shep first. I keep running into Shep at every step in my career, but I shoot the ball immediately. This whole game, I came out on attack mode. Shep won Defensive Player of the Year, but his defense had no answers for me orchestrating this offense. And this showed everybody that I needed that spot over Shep. Now, I don't have a spot on the official roster yet because Halliburton is considered a better point guard than me and Shep. So we gonna have to take our spot from Halliburton. But the way that I'm out here performing, spin move, double clutch over Tyler. Look at what I'm doing against these Miami boys. Shep trying to 1v1 defend me, skip through, double clutch. Come on, man, it's too easy. Mismatch a center, cross, get to my spot, lay. Simple and easy. Get them boys off the court with me. Give me Rease. I led the league in assists, but Rease was also top 5. So I'm gonna have to out point guard a pure point guard. So I'm gonna have to be an on-court coach and direct traffic. Hand off to Jaylen Brown, bang, beautiful fadeaway, and they got Jabari on me. I'm trying to create space. The screen made him think I was gonna use it. Step back, beautiful shot. I look like Damian Lillard hitting this bad boy. One dribble pull over the larger defender. Paolo was slow on this pick and roll, even though he the MVP of the league. We get a mismatch, easy layup. I'm telling you, I gotta orchestrate the offense, but Rease, easy, do it the same way, man. If anything I could do, he could do it better. Good cross on Rease, get the step. I think I'm a better scorer, so they should choose me. I get the news that I did edge out Rease and Shep for that roster spot of the point guard on the USA Olympic team. That's beautiful to know. And the other players on the roster are Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Anthony Edwards, Walker Kessler, and here's the rest of us on the sidelines. We are ready for war. First, we have to make it through the group phase, and we going up against Germany first in the Los Angeles 2028 Olympics. Star player for Germany is Franz Wagner, but the star player for us is his teammate, the MVP, Paolo Banchero. And not to mention Trae Young is pulling from deep, and we got Jason Tatum exploiting every mismatch in a pick and roll. They keep switching everything, so that lets Tatum just shoot right over Schroeder easily. By the time I got into the game, we already had a comfortable lead that was only expanding. Oh my goodness, we are going to have fun in this tournament. We win that game 102-87, and as we tip off against Spain, this is going to be another easy matchup because their best player is Basila Bagayoko. He has potential. He was the 2nd overall pick, but he ain't there yet. And he being guarded by a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year in Walker Kessler. He ain't getting nothing easy. But this game was the Ian Jackson show because he was going off. Getting to his spot all night, downhill, stop on the dime, pull up over the contest, knock down, pick and roll, going downhill to Bagayoko, can't even stop him, easy lay. I had front row seats to this highlight film he was putting on. Man, this is what I saw in my point of view. He going crazy. Oh my goodness, head top. Absolute blowout, destructionary performance. Last game of our Group A, and neither one of us have lost. Who gonna get it? Australia come out with an unorthodox offense, running Ben Simmons at their center, and that just means Ben Simmons getting to run point guard against our center. Hey man, he is actually working out here. He trying to get back into the NBA. He hasn't been playing for the last 2 seasons because the Nets didn't want him, neither did any other team, but he is looking nice out here. Josh Giddey is also a playmaking bigger player, so them two are just orchestrating their offense flawlessly. Trae Young was making bad decisions throughout the game, so they gave me more playing time in the fourth quarter, which led to Patty Mills taking bad shots when I was out there. And it led to me orchestrating our offense beautifully. Helped us get a cushioned lead. They thought it was okay to bring Trae Young back out there, and the second Trae Young got out there, the offense start falling apart again. That's why the game is close to begin with. Ben Simmons trying to work his way back into the NBA, and he is putting on a monstrous performance to show people he still got game left in him. He is cooking us in every way he know how. But Trae Young gets an open look, and like I said, he been struggling all game, and it has not changed. Tried to jump the passing lane, which led to Patty Mills getting an open shot. He misses it, which means we win the game. Oh my goodness, this game was closer than it needed to be. Making it undefeated out the group stage, that brings up the question, where do we rank amongst the all-time Olympic teams? I think we could take them on, honestly. As for the first round, there's a powerhouse matchup going on between Serbia and France. This is crazy. I don't know who gonna win, but whoever wins has to play us. And that is me saying that with hopes that we make it past Croatia, because we are going back and forth to start off the night. As you can see, Jaylen Brown getting to his spot, pulling up over the defender. That's a knockdown bucket. Anthony Edwards getting out in transition, skipping through their defense, finishing a tough layup. This is beautiful basketball we seeing, but Dario Saric hitting a nice fadeaway. Now it's time for me to check in and see if I can add anything to this game. I absolutely do not. I get crossed over on my first possession, but JJ is there to save me. Leads to an easy dunk in transition. Lovely. Very next possession, I get put in the post by this point guard. He out muscles me, gets himself straight to the rim. Easy layup. Now JJ is not there to protect, so he fades away. Ooh, he crosses me over there. Easy pass, cut back door. He is playing very good basic level basketball, and I'm not stopping it. Try to cut. Devin Book missed the steal. He gets another easy layup around the rim. I almost get the steal here, which leads to my matchup cutting over me. Easy dunk at the rim. Come on, man. I get a steal. We pushing it up in transition. Beautiful dunk. I need to impose my will on this game, so I'm trying to get aggressive, and they get me on a charge. Right after this charge, coach has decided to take me out the game. I get subbed out for it. Halftime comes and coach is frustrated that this is even a close contest, so we decide to implement a full court trap, and they have no answer for it. We get out to a 10-point lead by the time I get back into the game. Our defense is absolutely smothering. No more easy shots from them. Everything they gonna have to work for, and now we can push in transition because we speeding up their offense. Look how the trap is working, spinning. Anthony Edwards putting constant pressure on him. Anthony Edwards helping me trap, which leads to a turnover. Now I'm gonna ask y'all again, where do we rank amongst the all-time USA team? I remember the 08 Redeem team trapping the ball like this, and we playing incredible defense out here. We make easy work out of Croatia after that defensive adjustment. Next game is against France. Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert are two monsters down in the paint, but Wembanyama is the only offense they actually have, so outside of that, they can't score. Outside of Wembanyama being the only offense, I don't see them actually competing with us. We move too fast, we too small, we got too many shooters. Me, I was struggling. And all of that I just said had nothing to do with me. Victor blocking me at the rim. I'm glad the rest of my team found success, because in this game, all I did was struggle. And I did that very easily. Wembanyama was a problem for me. Ultimately, we win that game by 10 Not because of me, I spent most of the time on the bench. Also this round, Luka versus Giannis ended up happening, and it went exactly as you would have thought. Luka trying to do everything he can to make his team win, while Giannis is overpowering every matchup they throw at him, even double teams. Luka getting frustrated at his teammates, you gotta bring that help sooner. Luka trying to do everything on his own with the ISO 3-pointers. Ultimately, Giannis is just too much of a monster for Slovenia to handle. Our hardest matchup of the whole tournament is here. Canada, just like us, going undefeated, led by Jamal Murray and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, with Andrew Wiggins on the lineup, Benedict Mathern, and here's the rest of that lineup. We got our hands full, not only because they're NBA players, but they're all-star level NBA players at that. We never had competition this deep on another team in this Olympics. Let's see what we do. By the time I checked in the game, we were already down 10. So I had to work my magic and my expertise of basketball IQ. Saw them helping off Paolo. Bang! Dot my man in the corner. Playing great on-ball defense, getting physical with Primo. Let's see what he could do against me. Nothing. Shut that right down. Now, getting the switch that I want, got the bigger man on me, now I can ISO and cook him up all alone. Getting straight to where I want, comfortability, cut the lead to 4. Then we honestly fell apart after this drop pass step back shot from JJJ. I don't know what we started doing after that. Jaylen Brown helped off Dylan Brooks. Easy knockdown from the corner. The lead gets pushed back up to 9, and it gets sent back to double digits when Primo hits this tough layup over me. Kelly Olynyk loses this rebound battle, but then hacks Miles Turner. Oh my goodness. After that, Canada started cooking us every way they knew how. Benedict, easy 3 over Trey. Trey taking shots we don't need right now. He doing too much. Andrew Wiggins knocks down this 3 off of a screen from Tristan Thompson, and they checking me in, and the only thought in my head, I gotta cut this lead. I will not let us get upset. We are a powerhouse United States. We coming home with gold. And I missed the very first shot I take. This is what got Trae Young sent to the bench. We don't need this right now. We need smart basketball. Anthony Edwards knocked down this 3 for us. I make a mistake by reaching on that passing lane, leaves Primo open. He hits a 3 for Canada. Oh my goodness. And then Anthony Edwards comes back for another 3. He is really trying to help us win. And me, I am ultimately failing my assignment of guarding Primo. He is cooking me for no reason. We are very frustrated going into halftime. Coming out of the second half, we down 14, and RJ Barrett driving hard on Jaylen Brown. We can't find an answer to stop Canada, so we run a pick and roll with me and Keegan. We used to be teammates, so that chemistry is naturally there. Primo left open on purpose, and I close out on him. They run a pick and roll, bad shot, but they get a putback dunk. Keegan dunks, he get a dunk in response, so we really getting no momentum, and we aren't getting any fouls. Devin Booker looking for contact, me missing my jump shots. I need to be hitting those. Primo coming off of a curl, he hitting shots that I should be hitting. I'll come off another curl. I'm not gonna go out completely sad. Primo is definitely trying to attack me, and he is going off. I don't know why I don't have an answer for him, and we are turning the ball over, but Jason Tatum gets it right back, and Edwards with a monster dunk. We explode on the bench. We trying to get some momentum to come back into this game. Tristan Thompson with this dumb shot, but he is hustling on a rebound. Come on, man. Then they kick it to Andrew Wiggins over a great defender. That's a tough layup. We getting shots with Walker Kessler. That's not his play style. And they getting shots with Benedict Mathern. This is how we end up losing the game. They getting the shots they want, but we fighting for opportunities for us. We pushing down in that paint. Paolo showing nothing but strength. Trae Young puts it back in the hands of Paolo. Kick over to Ant. Edwards is knocking down a 3, Ant Edwards has been the star of this Olympic run, the best player on this team hands down. Paolo was supposed to be our best player, but he didn't live up to it. And Trae Young definitely let us down, shooting 2 for 11 this game. And this pick and roll somehow works out. And then Jamal Murray trying to fight me down in the paint. I'm not going for that. Shai Gilgeous creates space, pull up over Ant, knock down. Shai Gilgeous is too good of a scorer. I'm trying to draw a foul, no call. Instantly on the other end, they go up, they get a call. Come on, man. They not playing fair. The game is definitely over at this point. Frustration foul against Primo, and I can't hold my emotions. We are stuck with the bronze 3rd place finish in this tournament. Come on. Gold medal game is here. We already know that Canada made it in our place. That's supposed to be us, but their opponents are Greece, who also been undefeated so far, led by Giannis. They plan is to run a 2-3 zone and force Giannis to have to get his shooters involved. And it ain't working too well because Shai Alexander is not going for anything early. He is a problem child in transition and in general, to be honest. I don't know how you guard Shai 1v1. He got so many answers. And Jamal Murray, he is just a beast. He is so creative with the ball, and it is no different here tonight. Giannis is not having an easy time at all because they are genuinely just hacking him. The only reason Greece is still in this game so far is because of this point guard faking the pass, knocking down that tough shot. After that, Canada just started to blow the lead wide open with smart plays like this pick and roll, and Shai Gilgeous just knocking down every jump shot he put up. He started to lock in, and there was no signs of him losing, getting to his spot almost every possession. Drawing a charge here from Benedict. This Canada team is so dominant, and I don't know who was planning on beating them. They come home with gold easily.